What's up, y'all? It's Hayden, aka Brother Hellas, and you are now tuning into the Babbling Brothers. If you're working out, chilling with the boys, or just need a distraction from your everyday troubles, then you're in the right place. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy, Brother Hellas, back here with the Babbling Brothers.
Boom, baby.
Ooh, Babbling Brothers plus one.
Guys, can we just do, let's just give Hayden a round of applause. This man has been working extra hard on the podcast. This dude's running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
Been very decisive the last few weeks.
This dude, he is on one, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I do.
He's just better. All right.
And for the first ever time in the history of the Babbling Brothers, I'd like to welcome the YouTube audience. Give them a round of applause.
What's up, guys?
Woo! Here we are.
Yes,
faces
we're here.
to names and names to faces, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? Yeah, corporate, no big deal. Wouldn't watch, had to work today. I did it for y'all, all right? I always do it.
Now, before the show continues, we'd like to introduce a special guest today. You don't know him. You may have heard of him. We probably talked about him a couple times here on the cast.
I
but
actually came
the
on
bongos.
one time.
Oh, yeah,
I
on the
called in
phone.
one time.
That's true.
The bongos.
The bongo. Oh, yeah, the bongo.
In the flesh.
This is
Bongos
the
are
bongo
in the
man
flesh.
in the flesh, the one, the only, Levi Patterson. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Leviathan.
It's great to be here.
Wave at the camera.
Hey. Yeah.
All right, so we've got
Peace
a
sign.
great show for you today, guys. A lot of great stuff going. Obviously, we've got our man, Bongo Man, Levi Patterson, here with us
That you
today.
do.
On the MC.
We actually have,
On the MC.
we actually
Musical
have
style-
show
musical
notes this
stylings of
time.
Yeah.
Bongo Man
Oh,
himself.
And then we've got a tornado watch coming for you, as always. What do we got today, Tornado?
So I'm gonna be asking a couple of questions relating to life. I figured it would be a fun little topic, and that's something that I've been thinking about here lately.
Beautiful.
So just get ready. It's gonna be good.
Me
It's
like
gonna
you.
be philosophical.
Yeah.
Am I gonna feel enlightened after this?
Nah, but it may motivate you. So
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Enlightened
motivation.
to be motivated to be enlightened.
Yeah, there
Wow.
you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
To seek my inner spirit animal, something
Wow.
like that. It's gonna be good.
Okay, and then after Tornado Watch, we've got we're going to throw it to a song break for you. And then after which we will talk about, a new
Was it the hot
What is
topic
it?
number one?
yeah, what is it? It's not a program, a new
The
feature
Yeah,
that
new feature.
Facebook Messenger is implementing called, it's not, whatever. But sorry guys, I'm nervous. This is my first time.
Yeah,
no,
we can
but,
tell.
Oh, wow. No, but after it's an unsend option. So it's 10 minutes after you send a message on Facebook Messenger, you'll be able to unsend it. You'll have that option. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
There's a
that.
lot of
Wait,
things
wait,
I wish
wait.
I could unsend in my life.
10 minutes after,
After
or
you've already sent it.
in between that window of 0 to 10 minutes?
No, 0 to 10 minutes.
There's a 10-minute window
Oh, okay,
after
okay,
you
okay.
originally
Yeah,
send
yeah.
them.
Okay.
After 10 minutes, you're screwed.
After that, we're going to throw it over to Chili's Corner. Chili, what you got for us today,
Chili
boy?
Dilly's going to be talking about the Dillies. More over to the
Less dillies if you think about it.
what?
But
Dilly
less
dilly.
Bud Light,
Oh
stuff
yes,
like that, dilly dilly.
we're
you
going to
know.
be talking about the I guess the absence of Dillies.
Yeah.
Started my bodybuilding prep 3 days ago. I'm going to talk about how pretty much there's really been nothing really going on as my body right now because it's been 3 days. But just like tell you guys how I feel and like I guess some stigmas that aren't true.
And how we have not been good friends and I've been drinking right in front of you without shame.
Oh no, it's fine. I've been in that mood for a while, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I will talk about it though.
After that, we've got Triple Bite for you, where we were going to talk about the one, the only, the magical Senor Fiesta.
But wait,
ladies
there's
and
two.
gentlemen.
Yes, there's two of them though.
And for those of you
Shut up.
that
No, it's fine.
and for those of you that are uncultured, I guess you could say, that stands for Mr. Party. So
Wow.
just get ready
Oh,
for the stories that I'm about to tell about this.
You've
bomb
insulted everybody's
restaurant.
intelligence.
Spanish.
I love it.
No.
Great.
Hijo de.
People don't know Senor Fiesta. Like, they
Hijo
don't
de.
know what that means in Spanish.
Hijo
I
de.
do.
You
Dude,
speak
you're
Spanish.
you're a conservative. You don't.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay.
Wow.
After Triple Bite, we're going to throw it over to another song break. But after that, we are bringing back the beautiful PlayStation Vacation,
Finally, because there's new stuff to talk about.
where we're going to
Yes,
talk
there
about
is.
the new
Yeah,
Apex
Fortnite.
Legends. The new Fortnite, basically, Apex Legends.
Anthem.
And then Anthem coming soon. Beautiful. Can't wait. Gonna rock it. And speaking of rockets, old Levi over here, he wants to give a nice little shout out to
Keep you
Rocket
guys
League.
down.
Levi's put
Give
a
me-
solid 3 years in the Rocket League. It's
Disgusting.
3 years through thick and thin with Maddox, actually. Me and him. Best doubles duo you will ever meet.
With the occasional
Um,
triples of your own brother Hellas.
Yes.
Killing it.
I never bought
Not
it.
going to lie, Hayden is not the most elite Rocket League player.
Pretty trash.
But he does bring
There
the
are some
heart and the
crazy
soul to our
people
team.
on that game.
It'd be like that sometimes.
He's kind of
Yes,
like
we'll
he's
get to
kind of
it.
like Yoda boy off the Benchwarmers. He was the heart and soul of the Benchwarmers.
He's the
the
I'm the
whole
third
time.
string. All
He
right.
just honestly, he just comes in and starts hitting people for us to score goals, and it's
Yeah.
really great.
That's what I do.
Just gets people out of the way.
And then after that, we are going to talk about. Okay. Yeah, we're going to play 5-second rule, which we've played before on the show, but with the inclusion of your boy, Bongo Man Levi Patterson.
Which
Yeah,
I'm
his
so
take on
terrible at.
And then this week in sports, where we want to talk about that new football league, the AAF.
Mhm.
The
And
AA
then
meaning football.
Lastly, we're going to bring it
Pretty
home
much.
with a hashtag Hellas, where I'm going to talk about a viral trend going on right now called the Boiling Water Challenge. So stay tuned for
This
that.
is the segment you guys can skip if you don't feel like it. No.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'm honestly.
Why-
I'm very. Is it harmful to you? Like, is it supposed to be harmful?
He
What
can't
does it sound
ruin
like?
it. He can't ruin it, man.
My thing
okay.
is, why are all these viral challenges?
So
sound
is it
like they're
is it
getting more
like the
hurtful?
cinnamon challenge where it's really hard?
we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
I'm-
We'll
I'm
get
to
there.
I'm
me,
very
it's-
curious.
Yeah,
to me,
we'll get
these
there.
challenges
Okay.
seem like they're getting a little bit more extreme every
Yeah.
time. Like I feel like eventually it's gonna be like, let's
Oh.
chop off our limbs challenge or something weird.
I forgot to mention, we've got a basic of the week, as always, brothers.
We do.
So let's go ahead and get right into it. Our basic of the week this week, which young Bongo Man Levi
Yeah,
Patterson
we
helped
were
us out with
thinking,
today.
and we were like, "What the heck?" And Levi was at like 37 seconds in,
right
and
off
just
the
shouted
bat,
it out,
son.
and I was like,
Go ahead, Levi. What do we got today?
it is decisiveness.
Decisiveness.
Being-
Give us a
decisive.
definition of that, Levi.
We came up with a definition of the ability to make decisions
Decisions.
quickly and effectively, and be able to stick to those decisions.
effectively is the biggest part.
Big mood.
Effectively.
Big mood.
I think quickly is the biggest part.
Well, you cannot rush into things.
Well, you can make decisions
Ooh,
quickly, but they
you
can also be
can't
bad decisions.
overanalyze things.
That is true.
Well, effectively means you do it in an effective time and effective pros and
Not
cons.
well, then it's a double negative because I got this off of the internet, so the internet's wrong. Merriam-Webster, Chris Dennis is
Guys,
coming for you.
I thought we were all
I
friends
think
here.
decisiveness breaks it down to you being able to make
I
the
still
decision
stand
quickly.
my ground, being effective.
I think being able to make that
'Cause if
decision
you're-
quickly and effectively, honestly, it's
Yeah.
kind of a trait you have to practice. Because I mean, we can all make decisions quickly. Are they always good ones? No. But
That's facts.
being able to make them effectively is where I think you really,
Yeah, so
you really need to.
you're
practice
outvoted,
that in your
TC.
life.
That's fine.
TC.
I was really just messing
Actually,
with Chris on
honestly,
that one.
I believe the biggest part of
effectively obviously is.
If you guys
Um,
see a throwing knife going across the camera, you got
the biggest part of decisiveness for me is being able to stick to those decisions, even if it's a bad decision, not stray away from it. You know, like don't get
Yeah.
changed by people. Be resolute.
being true to yourself. Wow.
Bringing out
Bringing out
those
those
strong.
big vocabulary
Being true to
words.
yourself.
Okay.
Gotta be resolute. You can't let the world bring you down like that. You got to make your decisions on your own
Yeah.
and stick to those decisions.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I mean,
mean,
obviously,
Even if it's a crappy decision.
well, okay. I was gonna say if it's not the best of decisions, look, you can always be like, okay, I messed up and
Exactly.
apologize.
Yeah.
But
Admit,
know.
admit it is a bad decision. Don't try to cover it up.
yeah,
Don't give excuses either.
Yeah.
big facts. But you
Wait.
know, it's like we said, it's all about making a decision that is at the end of the day effective. It's
Exactly.
I'm lost for words right now. I'm sorry.
At end of the day, it is effective, and it is going to make an impact on your
Impact.
life,
Thank God, man. Levi's with
on
it
your
today.
life, and the people's lives around you
I'm
that you're
off.
trying to
This
make
is-
these decisions for.
All right, I gotta go. Levi's gonna take over for me.
And welcome,
Levi is the
welcome to the
third
show.
Babble.
He's kind of like Ron Swanson on that episode when he goes on the news with Joan Calamezzo, and she's over there like, you know, she has a massive hangover or she was sick, as she was saying, and she was like, something has just got me upset today. I just cannot do the show. And
Wait.
he
Are you
goes
telling
off.
us that Hayden's like drunk or something? And we didn't know.
No, I'm
No.
just saying Ron Swanson like covers for it, and it's hilarious. So yeah, if y'all ain't seen it, check it out. But I'm kind of lost for words on decisiveness, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but
Yeah.
also it's really
Yeah.
great.
I mean, just to round it
implement.
out, like, make a decision that you're comfortable with. Make a decision that, I mean, timely, I guess, yeah, but most importantly, effective, and that you can stand by. You know, I also want to point out, you don't want to make any decisions that are too hasty. Think about it think before you act. It's one of those things as well.
Especially
Exactly.
like and applying it to college, like there's a lot of ways you can go. So I believe analyzing the pros and cons and then being decisive about that. Like there's a lot of instances, like especially when you get to college, like when you're a freshman, there's a lot of times where you're like, wow, I'm not, like, how do I do this? I've been given this my whole life. Yeah, you have a lot of situations where you have to learn how to like be that for yourself.
Well, this is something like to practice in everyday life, because whenever you're at your job or even on a test in college, you have to act decisive every single time. You know, like, because you have a certain time limit for that test.
Exactly.
The teacher, like, there's another class coming in an hour and 15 minutes after you, so you have to be decisive in every single question that you're answering on a test. But
And-
that's your job. If your boss calls you in there to answer something, don't be sitting there stuttering, lost for words, because they don't have time for that.
And when you eventually own your own business, as some will do, as I do personally, you have to make those decisions quickly, because I will tell you, this world will eat you up and spit you out and not give one crap about it. So you got to be able to make those decisions of who to pay, where to go, what you want to do. You got to make those decisions if you want to survive in this world, at least.
Big facts.
So let's,
Yeah, on that note,
Levi kind of mentioned, his introduction already.
okay, yeah, no, let's, I mean, I meant to kind of, Levi, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
You already mentioned the biggest part, man. Businessman.
Well, I am from the same high school as these three gentlemen here.
Same hometown? Shout out Gaines
Actually,
Vegas.
I am the fourth roommate of these three gentlemen.
Indeed.
That never comes around usually.
Facts.
Because I still live in Gainesville. I own a towing service, and as my father owns two more. So if you ever need a tow, pro towing, I'll give you the number.
Or if you park in a bad spot where you're not supposed to, he will get you.
Or if you piss me off, I'll slash your tires and then charge you. Charge you to tow your vehicle, so don't cross me. But
I want to know
Easy, Tater,
I want to
easy.
know the worst thing you've done to a car.
worst thing I've done to a car. Oh man.
Drove it off a cliff.
And why?
Why? I have never actually slashed anyone's tires for
That's
business,
good.
at least.
That's good.
So I would hope not.
Business.
Were they big?
I actually got into a fender bender last week, so I think that would be the worst. Absolutely obliterated a Corolla. Not gonna lie,
It was me.
my Jeep took
Wait,
it. Though.
that sounds familiar.
It was me.
Well,
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I should have just posted a story of it and been like, ladies and gentlemen, I will not be partaking in the Babbling Brothers podcast today, and send a picture of my car when I got hit.
oh my god.
That was crazy.
And then
He said,
then Papa Levi would have been there quickly.
you did send something like kind of nonchalant, like just casual. You were just like, boy's not going to be on the podcast today. Got in a wreck or something like that. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
So
I was like,
casual.
boys, I don't think I'm going to be there today.
Oh my
I
gosh.
get out of the shower, and because I guess they had already left, I get out of the shower, and I have like 4 missed calls from my mom, a text from Chris, and like the group message saying that, and I was
Mama
like,
Mandy.
what is going on?
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there
Like,
already at the comments like, oh, man, this breakfast. And I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, I saw the story and was like, "You all right, bro?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Why didn't you call me?
Why did you call
We're
me?
struggling."
So continue with Proto. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a towing service. We tow cars. You wreck, I come and get you.
Where is your commanding base at?
Gainesville, Georgia.
But more specifically, like where? 'Cause I've never seen it.
Actually, Pro Towing's office is on Cleveland Highway
Okay.
in Gainesville. Yeah, and then my father's shop, which is Patterson's and Smith, is on 961 Hall Street. So, if you guys ever want to go,
Great street.
Yeah. Oh,
it's a
that
good,
was,
not really a good street actually.
It's the home of the legendary
Chip Patterson.
top of.
That's where, yes, the only
Hospital
strip
Drive,
club,
man.
Hospital Drive is
It
directly.
was right around the corner, though.
Hospital Drive is directly beside Hall Street.
Yeah.
It was home to the one and only strip club in
All right.
Gainesville, Georgia. Yes, it was. Too bad that that strip club closed. And
Nope.
nah,
When did it close? Our senior year.
it closed. I think about our senior year. They didn't have a liquor license, which is weird and hard to be a strip club without.
Really?
It's not
And
weird.
honestly,
Kinda
I
weird.
don't think you would want to see anything they were offering.
Oh,
Not gonna
all
lie.
right.
So you've had personal experience.
Woo, man.
Oh man, this
Love
one's
it.
edgy.
Oh
my god.
I won't go too far and deep into that, but yes, I do. I do
Describe
know.
one of the girls in 2 words.
Nope, we're good.
All right, moving on.
No, we're good.
Wacky Inflatable 2 man.
But yeah, so now you know this is our boy Levi, 4th roommate, man, the myth, the legend,
Big Doyle.
Yeah.
and yeah. So now I guess we're moving on into tornado watch, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are a little bit
What is
poor.
this?
We still
What
do
was
not have a
that?
tornado warning.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
So I have
I'm gonna do it.
so for tornado watch, we need to get on brother Greg to get that right. You know.
Brother Greg. Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
he did
for
say.
real. I'll text him after this. Anyways, for tornado watch today, I'm gonna be going through a series of questions that I'm just popping off in my head.
Okay.
Each of us are gonna answer it. All right. So it's kind of like in 5 years is what I'm gonna call it. So it's kind of like a
Cool.
game, I guess you could say. In
Okay.
5 years. So we'll go clockwise here, counterclockwise.
Sorry.
Counterclockwise for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And
Or no,
Starting with
counterclockwise
Hayden.
for all of us.
So starting with
you.
Hayden.
Starting
Yeah,
with
me.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So question number 1. In 5 years, what height and weight will you be?
Sheesh. Probably the same height. I'm around 5'10", 5'11". Weight? I don't know. Maybe like around 200. Look. I mean, right now I'm sitting at about 215ish,
Okay.
and I'm trying to get my body right now. We'll get there,
Yeah.
but had
well,
to.
it's bulking season.
Yeah,
so.
It's
no,
cold
but
outside.
you know,
Cold
I
outside.
was.
You need that extra
Look,
layer
I've been,
of warmth.
I've been focused on this. I mean, I'm making excuses here, but this is just my spiel. I've been focused on my career. I've been focused on school. I've been focused on hanging out with my family, my friends, my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time to quit all the excuses and get to work. So that's what I'm about to do.
Oh yeah. Chris?
Bless up.
How tall did you say you were, Hayden?
5'10", 5'11".
I'm literally like the same height. I don't see myself getting over
Yeah.
6 foot. Like
Height's
I'm
kinda
yeah,
good,
I'm
yeah.
done. But I hope to be around 240, honestly.
240.
Sweet Lord.
Yeah,
I
that's
would-
a beef stick.
I would hope.
Wow.
I would hope. I'm right at 200 right now. So 5 years.
You used to be
time.
smaller than me.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's crazy. Levi?
I'm 5'8", on a good day. I'm like 5'7" and 3/4 on most days though. And right now I'm 190, 195.
Wait. How tall are you sitting on your left leg?
On my left leg, I do have a one leg. My left leg is shorter than my right leg,
he forgot the
and so
introduction.
on that leg I am 5'7" and 3/4. If I stand up straight, I am a full 5'8". Yep.
Indeed.
But
indeed.
I mean, do you want to show him the Levi short leg, James?
nah, most people have to pay for that. But,
Oh!
Top of Gainesville. What?
top of game. Yeah, it was me at the top. But
Okay.
I want to probably stay where I'm at, maybe lose a little bit more, but I don't see myself gaining any more weight. So 5'8", around 190, 195.
TC, what about you, boy?
So mine, obviously, like we're probably not going to grow anymore. So I'm like 5'8", 5'9", something like that. Nah, you
You're
don't know.
5'9".
5'9".
You're
Okay.
you're tall.
You just are.
You just are.
Sorry.
When I
No,
look at
so-
you, I stare at your nose.
You're
So-
just taller.
Right now I'm 200, and I would ideally like to be about 185 in 5 years. So we'll see though.
Sick.
You can get
5
there,
years
man.
is like a
Attaboy.
long time. Then again, it's not.
Yeah, it's
you know?
really not. Like, you know.
our freshman year of high school was what, like 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
I thought
mean,
you said
yeah,
our
so-
I thought you said our senior year. I was like,
oh no,
what timeline are you working
I'm
on?
27,
So I
dude.
feel like I'm going to keep gaining weight until I get out of college. Like I'm just.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
continue
that's
to-
kind
I
of
was gonna
almost a
say,
given.
Like with Hayden, like
I'm rocking a mean dad bod right now, son.
well, college is
Honestly,
such,
the best
such
dad bod
like
I've ever
a
seen.
dead area, and it's so hard to get out of like tendencies because I can't really say that example from my brother. Oopsie. But well, like what I'm gonna say is like if you have a habit or any kind of like structure, and I'm gonna say you're like you're in it and it'd be hard for you to get out. It's really not good for your grades and your well-being to try to get out of that while you're in college. If you're stressed about school, you know,
Yeah.
like it's like get through college first, and like once you have it, you're done. You can fix yourself after.
So that's a good point. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, whenever final exam week is coming up, don't wait until the week of to get in a good routine and like start
yes.
studying. Start studying early. I mean, I know everybody procrastinates, but like really prepare because like what he's saying is very true. So like if you go and you like completely switch up the way that you're like working and stuff like in 1 week, you're not going to be right. So like if you just take another week to get right and then final exams are here, I feel like that would set a lot of people up.
I think for change, if you want to make a big change, it has to be gradual, and you have to have consistency.
Wean yourself off of it.
You can't just go full cold turkey on anything if you want to stay consistent with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think you need to plan ahead and start, and then gradually make those changes until you're fully adapted to whatever you want to change.
Going cold turkey is such a positive and such a negative, because it's like, if you're at that threshold of it being like harmful to you, going cold turkey, it stops it, But it's such a drastic change for your body. Like, let's say, like, every day you drink like so much caffeine, and like you're like 2 weeks before finals, I'm gonna quit all caffeine, all soft drinks.
Yeah, that's
you're gonna feel terrible.
Yeah,
you're gonna feel terrible, and you're not gonna
perform. Study.
And then, like, your finals are gonna be messed up. Get through your finals, like whatever time. Once you have the time to actually like fix all that stuff, then you can. But
I think it comes down to what you're quitting. Like if it's like beer and alcohol, like probably quitting cold turkey is the best thing to do, because weaning off never works and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like if you want to quit sweets, like weaning off of sweets or something like that. Anything like a physical change to your body is going to be kind of weaning is not the best.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like studying habits and stuff like that, I think gradual change is the best part.
Yeah. I'm talking about like if you're only studying 3 hours a day, and that's what you're used to.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be studying for 8 hours, because
I don't.
You're going to wake up the next day to go take that final and like be like a zombie walking on campus.
Exactly. You want to,
and that's why so many people are. Yeah. Like everybody looks like death on final exam week.
Well, and the crazy thing is, the thing that I was just like ignorant to was how much Adderall was thrown around in college.
Oh my god!
And like how many people just take it all the time.
I literally heard someone in my class talking about it today. They were like, "Oh man, I just really want to try Adderall."
And the scary thing is
heck,
people are like, "Oh, it only happens at big universities." But I go to UNG. Gainesville, there's like 2,200 people at that point that used to go there, and now it's gotten a little bigger since.
People take it just to take it now.
Like it's a commuter college, and people are still like, and like I hear it talked about at least once or twice a week.
Let's move it on to the next question. I know we're a little limited on time.
That was a good question.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So in 5 years, where do you see yourself living?
Like geographically?
Yeah, like just a city, like not
Zimbabwe.
Down in Africa.
I don't know. I mean, there's a couple options in my opinion. Like, I'd say more than likely around Atlanta, just because I've just started like my career path here. Yeah. So more than likely I'll stick around here. But I mean, if ever anything was to happen, or say I moved with Maggie to go somewhere like for her career. I mean, Boston would be cool.
Yeah, Boston would be really cool.
Boston's
New York's a big possibility.
New York is a big one too. Yeah. So we'll see.
New York's just expensive, bro.
Chris?
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. I don't want to say Florida, but
move to Idaho where all the bodybuilders go.
Very true. Definitely not up north. I'm not a cold person. I'm not a really hot person either. So Georgia's
you're not cold turkey.
I'm not a cold turkey. More of a warm microwave turkey.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I'll probably be in Atlanta-ish around here.
Well, for what you're doing too, like, it's like you can travel for competitions and stuff.
Yeah, and the one thing about bodybuilding is bodybuilding in Georgia is terrible compared to like other states. Florida's a big one for the Miami Pro Show. Up north actually is really like big. It's like bodybuilding up north is like boxing up north. Like Philly.
Thrilly
like,
dilly.
Yeah, like literally.
It's too cold to do
really
anything
dilly.
else.
Yeah, really. I mean, you go in the gym and sweat because you're cold and you're freezing.
Yeah.
Shout out Throw Ride.
Levi?
Everyone expects me to always say Gainesville because I have pro towing. But most kids don't wake up in the morning when they're like 9 years old and be like, you know what, I want to open a towing service. That's my dream. So, honestly, I'll probably end up in Vegas.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah,
Vegas is my town, man. So
Sin City.
Yeah.
I'll send you a toenail, and I'll be there with you forever.
Oh.
Do not send me anything off your body, please.
All right, continuing.
I don't want that.
Next, we got time for one more.
All right, last mine, Sandy Springs.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Atlanta, whatever, Sandy Springs preferably. It's a nice area. Or Buckhead. Yeah.
Hit those bars, bro.
In the bars or in the Buckhead?
No.
Sleeping on the bar
Living
stools every night.
outside
Sleeping on the stickiest floor
Yeah.
you could possibly find.
All right, so
the Commons.
Let me think of another one. So this will be a good one. In 5 years, what kind of haircut will you have?
Cold turkey.
I'll go first. I'm gonna be bald, ladies and gentlemen. Look.
You're gonna like
You
a
got
cold.
be bald.
you got the
They call
hairline.
that the widow's peak.
You got the hairline
That's
of a
receding,
51-year-old
man.
man.
That's
dude.
not
from
the
me.
widow's peak. That's the widow's peak.
I'm gonna be bald. I've already accepted
Dude,
that.
that
It's
ain't the
fine.
wid-
That's
that
the
ain't
pol-
the
That's the
widow's
polar peak right there. Shout out.
That ain't the
Fortnite.
widow's peak. That's the whole damn mountain. Like
Oh my gosh.
at this point.
Me personally, I wear a lot of hats, so there's a possibility I go bald as well. You son of a gun. There's a possibility
So
I go bald
professional.
as well, but hopefully not. More than likely, I'll stick around the same, just because I like it to flow into the beard and everything.
Yeah.
Look
yeah.
nice,
It does
girl.
look good, man. It does. Chris,
I'll probably have the same haircut, honestly. Same, like this is about as long as it'll get.
you're not losing any hair, really.
I don't know. Like my dad's like you've all seen my dad's.
Oh, yeah.
His hair's thinning. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but
When
that's not
when I'm
terrible.
30, yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
This is usually as long as I keep mine. I'll probably have it buzzed down.
Yeah.
I always usually end up having it buzzed down because I hate doing my hair. So
Yeah, I
Not
do
gonna
too.
lie,
I've been thinking
yeah.
about buzzing mine whenever it gets warm again. I'm probably gonna do it.
I just
I
work
don't-
out too much and I get too sweaty and it
How's the
pisses me
sun
off.
treating you?
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
All right.
So that's it for Tornado Watch.
Did you say yours? Oh yeah, you said it first.
Yeah, bald head.
Okay, cool. On that note, we're gonna take a quick song break. I'm parched. I got to go get some water. But we'll be right back.
Shooter
Do not
McGavin.
leave, or something terrible will happen. I promise you. I promise you. Something terrible will happen if you leave. So we'll be
Hey,
right back.
Please stop
But-
making threats
Adios.
over
But you're
podcasts.
leaving.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Oh no, for real. When you held your arm right there, the camera had like the writing. I was like, "Hayden, is that a new tattoo?" Like it was all on your forearm. And I was like, "What,
What? No big deal, dude.
Mom? What?"
Mom, I got a new tattoo.
We all know my mom would destroy me if I got a tattoo. So, Mom, don't.
My
you
mom,
don't worry.
Karen, did surprisingly did not obliterate my cheeks when she found out I had
What
a
did
tattoo.
what did Dennis say? Did Dennis say? anything?
Dennis was cool too. The only person I worried about was Nan. She
Well,
did
Nan
not
was
like
worried
it.
about you drinking on your 21st birthday.
She threatened to take a Brillo pad after me. So yeah.
She said, "When Levi got that beer, it's in your vision."
Oh, I
That was
know.
a big old beer
She's
too.
like-
I didn't expect her to see it, and then freaking Hawkeyes
I mean,
over there.
leave it. That was a 32 ounce. I didn't think.
I was
Anyway.
hammered.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for staying tuned, and we're just gonna hop right back into it. So, for this next one, we were gonna talk about this new feature. Yes, feature. I found the word feature.
Fitia.
Good for you.
On
Good for
Facebook
you.
Messenger, where basically they're gonna have like an unsend button. So what that means is after you send something, you'll have a 10-minute window to unsend whatever it is. Which I mean, I think it's an interesting concept because like say you send the wrong message to the wrong person or for whatever reason. I mean,
You're regretting something.
convenient. Yeah. Like I mean, even like you say something out of anger that you don't mean. Now you have an opportunity to take that back before it reaches them and hurt somebody.
Or even if like you're doing business on Facebook Messenger, and you like type in the wrong thing, and you're like, "Oh man, that's not clear enough. Let me redo that."
yeah.
Like that, that's really neat, man.
Yeah.
Like from multiple aspects,
The only
You're gonna
thing
have
is,
to regret.
yeah, I'm curious how it's gonna work. Like, is it where they'll receive it, but then you can unsend it after that, or will it not send for 10 minutes? Because that would be ridiculous.
That is true because, so if you don't have the little iMessage thing on your phone and
Mm-hmm.
it'll read the text message, what if the Facebook Messenger says it says the message on the home screen, and even though you unsend it, it probably won't leave the home screen until they clear it, like
Right.
a
Yeah.
notification. You
True.
know?
So
So
they're gonna see it anyways.
Yeah, so it just depends.
Maybe.
well, I
I
don't know,
think
but
it-
with Facebook Messenger, it doesn't tell you the message
It
on the
just
home
says you
screen.
have a
It just says
message.
you have a message.
Okay.
But still,
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Oh, what? Why'd you unsend
Yeah.
it, dude?"
yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
kind of the same way how like on Instagram, like if you don't have any like recent posts, you'll see like you have a notification, and then you go to it and you don't have a notification. It's like whoever liked it, like maybe on accident, maybe or something like that. But you can unlike
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
knows awkward liking on Instagram's a killer.
I
Yeah.
assume that's
The
gonna be
silent
something
killer.
similar.
The silent killer.
Does anyone here still like use Facebook? I know you do.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I do, but like
It's
not often. Like if I share something on Instagram or whatever, usually I'll push it to Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh my God!
Push.
words. No, I'll push it to
You
Facebook
sounded like
just
Tarzan.
because.
To get that extra clout.
No, like that's like where my family looks and stuff. So
Yeah, that's for me too. That's where all my family is.
Yeah,
usually.
that's
Besides, like my sisters who are still like in their 20s.
and also you can find out like a lot about a person. Like I guess you could say like I'm not like stalking people or anything, but like say like I'm about to go and meet with somebody that and like I want to see what they look like. Facebook usually you can find them, whereas Instagram it's private, so you got to follow them.
Oh.
Then you'll
Yeah,
have
people are
weirdos.
very aware of their Instagram, but a lot of things are still like they don't really keep up with Facebook. So if you want
Yeah.
to find something,
Yeah, exactly.
like if you
yeah.
see the cover photo was like 2 years ago was turn around and die. It's
Mine,
turn around and
so my cover photo on Facebook, like until like about a year ago, probably was Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down, and it was a dude he had.
if you're trying to get an accounting job, you know,
Hey, don't need that on there. So I had to take that down. Put a picture of me and Ma Dukes up there.
put a picture of you like
I think mine is me being absolutely plastered in the Bahamas, to be honest with you.
sick.
I think mine was me holding Jasmine, my dog.
Crap.
Your sheepdog?
Well, this was like the first year we got her, so I was maybe like 6th grade. But I just haven't used Facebook. It was always slower on my phone because you know how like you had an old phone, something like that, or an iPod, like it would be just so slow.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's just slow. Then I forgot my password, and I've just really had no motivation to get it back. So
I really like the setup of Facebook though. Like there's all these videos. It's like if you say there's a video, like before you click on it, the sound doesn't show, but like it starts like giving you like a little preview of it.
yeah,
And it'll have the words on the screen. So like, you can,
YouTube does that now. I like that.
yeah,
a lot.
it's a good addition. Yeah, Facebook's doing some good stuff.
No,
That's
don't get me
why-
wrong. I like Facebook. I just don't.
That's why their share prices remain like consistently high.
The thing that I guess the thing that I hate is like once Instagram took over it, like Facebook was more like post your picture and stuff like that. Now it's more of like a share your videos type of deal because it's a lot of videos.
Or share your political opinion.
That's
yeah,
that's a lot of it.
Yeah.
and then
Right, my-
so
Or
once
dog
Instagram came when Facebook was still like a picture place, I was like, oh, Instagram's a new wave, so I got on Instagram. And then once Twitter kind of blew up and like there's a bunch of videos now. I mean now it's like the same honestly.
Yeah.
I just use Twitter instead of Facebook. I'm
Well,
about to
now
delete Twitter
politics
though.
is
I just
everywhere in
hate
your face.
yeah.
Exactly. I feel for some reason Facebook has become like the platform everyone wants to become a politician.
Yeah.
So
did-
I
crazy.
feel like everyone thinks that they should be a congressman when they get on Facebook and
I
start.
did see something really funny the other day. Like, so my dad is very technologically like. It's not that he's
Declined.
not advanced, but he just doesn't really put the time in to do it. He knows how to
like
use
Papa.
it. Yeah, he knows how to use it. He's fine with that. So he got a Facebook a while ago, like when Facebook was popular when we were kids. Then he just got an Instagram like last year,
Ugh.
and no, it was a few
He
months
likes
ago.
my pictures.
He liked my started liking my pictures. Like, oh,
He likes
God.
mine too.
And
Paul's a
then
committed
and then
follower.
I saw the other day on Twitter, it was some political like
no.
conservative post or whatever, and it was like Paul E. Dennis liked. And I
Oh,
was like,
no.
He's made it.
no,
He's on all
no.
three. He's
Paul
on
is
the big
evolving
three.
into the spectrum of social media.
He's
It-
on the
dude,
big three, dude.
Embracing it.
It was so funny. Like all he does is like just like Cloyd River esque,
Yeah.
type of stuff. It's so funny.
Exactly.
Hey, how do you use this tweet?
Oh, my dad is the biggest Twitter fan, I think, like
Oh,
on the
God.
planet.
He likes it.
He sends me about 6 links a day to like stuff on Twitter or on Barstool Sports.
Dude,
Like he
that's what
loves his phone.
That's what our friend Jesse Peachke does
Oh,
he
oh,
sends us
Jesse.
like messages on Instagram, but it's in iFunny, and if you don't have iFunny, you can't, And didn't they take it off the App Store?
For a while they did. Yep,
Well, it's back now.
I believe so.
So like I
don't know.
just don't want to download.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that no spam.
No, but this is a good addition for Facebook. I guess we'll get back on kind of the topic.
Speaking of Facebook, we're gonna post this on. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're not.
Good.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could if you wanted to.
Yeah, but back on topic, just
The unsending messages.
The unsend thing. I don't know. Like it's.
It-
What do you guys think? Cool concept? Are you gonna use it?
It's cool if it's like we were talking about, like as long as it's like not like that. There's no way that they'll see it if you remove it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Like,
If you sent a really drunk text to a girl, and the next morning you're like, oh,
Well, the
She
only.
hasn't
that's
seen
the
it.
next
Well,
morning.
but also-
That's the next
10
morning, bro.
minutes.
You
Oh,
ain't
I
gonna be
forgot,
undrunk
yeah.
in 10
I
minutes.
forgot.
But
Like,
think
it
about
ain't
it this
gonna
way
happen.
too. Also, I mean, I know not necessarily a lot of people's first way to communicate with someone is Facebook Messenger, but that if it is for whatever reason, like they're international, whatever, that's going to slow down communication a lot because you have to wait 10 minutes to get it even, or 20 minutes it'll be to get a response because 10 minutes after you send and 10 minutes after they send.
I feel like that's where you go
If
wrong.
that's the case,
because if
Yeah.
you want to delete it 10 minutes after you send
I
it,
didn't
Yeah.
even think
then
about
you're
that.
it's gonna be a 10-minute. It's gonna be
Yeah.
unless you. I feel like if they put in a feature like you send the message and then it says, "Do you want to wait the 10 minutes?" and you can click yes or no.
that would
maybe.
be cool. I think that's a good idea.
Like
Yeah, but
if
you-
you're that sure of yourself, but honestly, everyone's gonna do that and then regret it after because people tend to be
People,
stupid like
get,
that.
people get in habits and they're going to click
yeah.
no.
So it's
whenever.
true. How does it how do you even how does that work then?
I think
How does
this-
that feature work?
It's like this is how like I imagine it.
Okay.
It's like I type a message, I click send, it sends.
Okay.
But you have the option on your phone. You have 10 minutes, and if they don't view it, you can take it away. But if they view it, oh well. you
Yeah,
know,
I think once
sorry.
it's viewed, because like, if there was something said like "I'm gonna kill you," like that, that's evidence. I don't think once they read it, you can't get rid of
Yeah,
it.
no, yeah, whatever it is, it's red
Because like
you
that would
can't
be
take
that
it
would be
back,
taken away
so.
like for the like something like that. That'd be taking
Yeah.
away evidence.
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's like that's a cool feature. Like
Yeah.
whoever thought of that, that's cool.
Yeah.
But in
But-
the evidence thing, I mean,
That's somebody
Facebook's
that's
gonna
done a
store
lot of
that
stupid
stuff.
things in their life.
Yeah,
Thought of that.
there's a lot of saving tail.
Yeah. No, and it will as long. But
Yeah,
again,
let's
it's
be
like,
honest
how
with
does that work?
ourselves.
Because if they do that, you have to wait 10 minutes to see it. That's going to slow down communication. Or if they do I don't know. But even if they do what you were saying, like with you send it, and as long as they don't look at it, but like I feel like people look at their phones like that now. As soon as it
Exactly.
buzzes, they're
yeah,
like,
no.
You know.
That's a risk. Like
95% of the
if I was
population's
Facebook,
glued.
I'd be like, that's a risk we're going to take. Like
Yeah.
we're not going to
Well,
wait
I mean-
10 minutes to send your message.
Yeah. No. Look
So,
at it this way though, because like at this point there is no unsend button. So it's like if you send it, it's sent.
Yeah,
So at least you'll have like somewhat of an
Option.
opportunity.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
yeah.
That's
I
fine.
think
but
it's
the
a good
whole-
addition to it.
They're gonna
Yeah,
push
I mean,
it out
it's
and
a
be
cool
like
feature.
they're gonna push it out and like market it as like a business tool. But let's be honest, it's gonna be for like taking back
Oh,
nudes
yeah.
you've
Yeah.
sent.
No. Well, I mean, on
Or
a last
drunken
point.
texts.
The rational consumer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, Oscar. No, but on a
I didn't wear
last
my
point,
sweater vest today.
someone pointed out to me, Marvin. He was just saying that it kind of contributes to that whole like wussification of America because it's like as of right now, if you send something, it's sent. You deal with the consequences. It's like that decisiveness. You made a decision to
Decisiveness.
send that message,
You decided
Live
you
with it,
got to
right?
live with that.
Yeah,
but
and
now
like,
it's giving people an option to kind of be like, I'll back out, And so it's like,
Well, that see, I see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, it's kind of like people do stupid things. People act
That's
in a
what I
very
said.
stupid manner,
That's
and
what I
people
said.
have short tempers these days.
Very
Yep.
irrational.
And that this is going to give people an opportunity to kind of keep those friendships, keep those connections, whatever the case may
Yeah.
be.
Put out the fire before it starts.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. I
I do too.
I was just looking at it in a more like opportunistic, glass half full kind of way. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But I
I mean,
see
it's
what
not
he's
gonna hurt
saying.
anything.
yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be slower, but if you've decided to use Facebook Messenger, then that's your fault.
Yeah, why?
I
Okay,
mean, that's
first
your
of all,
decision you've
who's
made.
using Facebook Messenger unless there's someone like
Unless
out of
it's
the
to
country that
send
you're
weird
talking to.
links to each other.
I mean, no, like to be honest with you, I think like a couple companies may use it if it's like wide enough. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
maybe.
know.
But
I-
usually they have like
Skype for business.
they
or
have
something.
Skype for business, or they'll have like personal emails.
The only
Yeah.
time I look at it personally is like when either someone in my family or Maggie sends me like a meme.
Yeah, like my family will send me like videos and memes and stuff, but that's the only time I'll ever even look at it. I don't even have notifications turned on my phone, so literally if I don't check Facebook Messenger for 3 months, then I have no clue you
That's
said
it.
something to me.
Yes.
Like it's just how it is.
But yeah,
I mean, me personally, I probably won't use it, but it is cool, and hopefully, all the other social media platforms will jump on this.
I already have way too much social media anyways. Like that's why I never really got into Messenger. I was like, I already can talk to anybody. I don't really need to.
yeah,
talk.
yeah, for sure.
anyway, let's move it on. Next we
Uh-oh.
got good old Chili's Corner. All right, Chili boy.
Chili's. Well,
Tell me what's going on.
the whole like my whole persona was supposed to be working out the whole time, pretty much. But it's just kind of like you can't really.
There's only so much you can
The
say
horse
about
is
it.
laying down, and you don't want to just shoot it in the foot. You got to kind of spread
Stop
it
beating
out.
it, dude. Please
So,
stop beating that dead horse, bro.
so pretty much ever since I would say senior year, like the summer after senior year of high school, going into college, I started working out, and I was like, well, I was a kicker in high school. college football isn't going to work out. Let me just work out because, I mean, I liked doing it, and it was a good escape for me because kicking was just so repetitive, and it was just drilling the same thing over and over and over and over again. So,
And let me tell you, that college offer should have came. He was a really good kicker, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, and it should have came.
I'm very
Subpar.
I'm very glad it didn't though.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I know what
but
you're
it should
saying,
have come.
but like looking at the circumstances for people, like that should have happened. But look where you are now, like with Hayden. You know, like everything works out for a reason, and it's you can't see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
I've got a message for everyone.
Yeah, and like I tell everybody, I was like, look, I was like, I got to go to the college with my three best friends. Wait, what?
Yeah, he's got a
just
message
missed-
for everyone.
Forget
McGregor.
everyone.
McGregor.
Oh, forget everyone. So anyways, I started bodybuilding 2 years ago, and it's really blown up the past. I've been able to really nail down a lot of things this past year. I wanted to compete last year, but school was hectic, and so
It was a dick.
it wasn't
Hectic.
a smart move. And so now I have a show picked out. It is the Georgia NPC show. For
What does that stand for?
It's like national.
North Pacific Central.
It's just like
No, I'm dead serious.
I don't
it's
know.
just like the national like to become a pro like for the IFBB NPCs like you have to have an NPC show.
So
and,
does that stand for like national pro competition?
I honestly don't
You
know.
don't know?
I've just only heard NPC.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But those shows count towards your like progression towards being a pro.
Okay.
So
I got you.
like there's a lot of shows that aren't NPC, but if you want to become an IFBB pro, you can win all these other shows, but if they're not NPC, it doesn't mean anything. So pretty much just means there's probably going to be a little bit more competition because
Yeah.
it does count technically.
Yeah.
So
Everybody's wanting that accreditation,
Yeah.
man.
But guess what? They're not competition, son.
They're not.
They are nothing.
they are food.
They're fuel to the fire, baby.
Fuel in the tank.
Yeah, and so
Fuel
and
in
the
the
weirdest
tank.
thing is my entire life I've been trying to like get bigger. One, if it was for like, sports or football, like the only thing is just like, well, you just got to get bigger. And so now I'm at a point where I'm actually having to start cutting down because I started my actual prep 3 days ago, and the show's July 13th, so it's going to be around 20 weeks, which is a lot. But the plan is, with my coach, is to get pretty lean, fairly close, around 8 to 6 weeks out. And then we can go. He just pretty much to play with my body because we don't want to shoot it all down and then not have time to be like, oh, we can like bump you up a little bit here and there. So hopefully around 8 to 6 weeks out, we'll be able to see we can actually put on a little bit more size and kind of up some carbs or up some proteins and then kind of fluctuate that way, which I'm fine with because the longer your prep is, the less drastic your like decisions are going to have to be and like your choices. So if I was going to do like a 12-week prep, it's like your first week starts off, you're doing 35 minutes of cardio every day. Your food's going way down. But the further you start out, like the slower the weaning off is, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing any I'm not doing any cardio right now. I'm just and so what I was going to get into was what's crazy is I always thought, like eating like I would push like 4,000 or 5,000 calories when I was like a freshman and sophomore in college trying to put on muscle. But the thing is like, have you ever had like a protein shake, and you just have like, you go to the bathroom and it's just like, oh, it's a protein crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's because like
It's
your
all the
body,
time.
like your body can't like use like you like. There's only a certain amount of times where your body can take so much like nutrients,
And it's like 20 grams of protein an hour is what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody
I'm
says
not.
something
Yeah, I'm not
different,
really
but-
sure about it. But you can't just chug, like a whole tub of like protein and expect all of it to be used, So I was eating so many calories, and it's like, well, my body's just not using it. So like being more effective with it. My calories for this bulk have been around 4,100 ish, but the macros in the food were around, I would say, like 300 grams of 200 grams of protein. Like 95 fat, and then probably 300 plus in carbs.
A
But
lot of Lucky Charms.
yes, but the thing,
Pop-Tarts for days.
the thing is, that was 4,100 calories in my cutting diet, which is right around 2,800 calories. But the macros are very close. So pretty much it's cutting like cleaner food, the same, like protein, like in like a certain thing. And that's what I was getting to. Like some dude actually asked me the other day on Instagram, so it was like, so can I just go to like McDonald's and like there's protein in that hamburger? I was like, yes, but like if you were to sit and like
No.
like well, no, he asked me does
The answer is no, in short.
he asked me does calories matter? Like and like yes, it kind of does, but if I'm eating like just a plain grilled chicken, which I wouldn't really do all the time, but you have blank grams, like we'll say 10 grams of protein in it, or and like it's very small calories because it's just very plain. Or I can eat like a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, yeah, 10 grams of protein, but there's like 300 400 calories in that at least,
Yeah.
So and all those extra calories, what is that doing to your body? Like one, it can be like stored as fat, and so like the changes in my body so far aren't really visual, but I noticed that I'm full, which is weird because I've dropped about 1,000 calories. But since the macros are about the same, I'm eating about the same amount of nutrients. I found it hard to like eat the meals, honestly, which is weird because usually I'm just like eating 3 huge meals with snacks, and it's been weird. So I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm excited to.
That was Chris's coming out about competing on the podcast, though.
Yep.
Letting
Oh, yeah.
Out of the closet he
I don't
comes.
know if he's posted something on Instagram.
In
but
feed.
Have you said anything on Instagram yet or no?
I think I did. I kind of like.
I think you mentioned it in one of your
Yeah, I
posts.
mentioned it in my last post. I was like, I'm starting my prep, but it wasn't like.
It wasn't like full blown.
Yeah, it was just like.
It wasn't your coming out party.
Yeah, no.
This is
Nah, yeah.
always doing it. With
But I mean,
both.
I am doing it July 13th, which is good because that means like I'm not gonna be like very low on energy when like finals come around.
And 4th of July, so.
My mom's birthday, so I can. I love you, Mom. I'll always be
She was
there.
born July
Connie's-
4th, 1776. God.
How dare you insult Connie that way?
1492 and Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Does suck
I'm
because
glad we all do know our history.
that's gonna be about a week and a half out, so I'm not gonna be able to. do
History
anything.
started on July 4th, 1776. Anything before that was a mistake.
We should just make history.
So the birth. And
We do
death-
not support that claim.
America.
So the birth and death of Jesus Christ is a complete and utter mistake.
Again, we do not
man.
support
It
the
was a
claim.
joke.
All right,
That's getting cut.
Yeah, it was a joke.
You're getting cut.
We'll be holding a beat the crap out of TC rally
Oh,
tonight. if you guys
Okay.
are joining.
Anyway, but yeah, anything else, man? Wrapping it up.
No, that's it.
All right, cool.
Pretty much just the message. Don't stuff your face with 5,000 calories. Your body can't use it. No one's body can use it. Be smarter about it.
You shouldn't shoot for that either.
Yeah,
so.
like look at the labels.
It's not how to
bro.
gain weight.
Look at the labels on the things. Especially like price wise. There was a Kroger brand rice cake that had like 8 grams of carbs in it, and then there was another brand that was $2 more per pack that had the same stats and just 9 grams of protein or 9 grams of carbs. I meant.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, like, just look at your stuff, man. It's
Quantity over
a lot.
quality.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of research.
Anyway, yeah. So that's Chili's Corner, folks.
Chili's Corner is out.
And now for the beautiful, the amazing
Oh God. No.
triple bite, son.
Oh God. Yes,
yes.
Actually, I thought it was the 5-second game.
No.
Nah, that's
Oh,
not
he
yet.
said, oh, God.
Not yet.
Um,
Not yet.
So yeah, for triple bite, we want to talk about the most amazing restaurant. One of the most amazing restaurants on this planet.
We've mentioned it before.
We have.
do we-
It's when it comes to Mexican
Home-
food, this is the standard.
It is a hometown
Period.
delight. Hometown delight.
And it is Senor Fiesta.
Would you guys? I don't know if this is like an answerable question, but would you guys say you like the new restaurant now or the old restaurant when it first came out?
I like the
I
new
like
restaurant
The
now.
first one when it first came out,
peak first restaurant.
or the new one now?
Yeah.
I would take the new one
I'd
now.
take the
Any
new
day.
one now.
I think
No,
the
no.
new one, yeah, just because it's not just the food. Like the food is better, I think, but also like
The
the atmosphere.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Well,
the
it's
That and
atmosphere is
all
crazy.
Closer to
all
me
the
and
good
TC.
servers moved from the old one to
Yeah.
the new one. So
pretty
like
much
all,
like yeah.
all the
Um,
dudes we know are at the new one now.
So, like, the old one, I have a lot of good memories there. Like,
Oh,
I made a lot
literally,
of good
I
memories.
lived there pretty
It-
much.
So, like, the old one,
cool.
ladies and gentlemen, it was like right by our school,
Yeah.
and it was in the park, like in the same little
As to,
building as a
like
gas
the
station.
only good gas
It
station
had
in
a
the North
gravel
area.
parking lot. You know, like what's
Yeah.
who
Can't
doesn't
beat
want
it.
who doesn't want to turn up dust in a Corolla? There?
Exactly. Like, we would all do it. We'd burn
Dude, I was
out,
burning
like,
out in my
whenever we were pulling
Frontier. It was
out.
great.
Like some good memories made there. But it got to the point where like you would pull in the parking lot and you would always smell sewage. You know, right there at the back, you would always smell
Yeah.
it. And then
When it's right there, it's right next to a chicken field, you know, or like a field that would be like littered with like chicken manure, you know, for
yeah,
fertilizer.
now there's
so.
baseball fields there.
Mhm.
Yeah, the community
Forgot
center
about
got built
that.
there.
Oh.
Build a park.
Build a park.
Keep it under $1 billion. That's all I got.
On me.
No, but the new one, man, just a great atmosphere. The
Yeah.
music's popping. They have a mariachi band on. Is it Friday or Saturday?
I don't.
Oh, which one?
Oh wait, no, it was when
The-
Levi's birthday was.
At the old one? No,
So-
no. He's talking about the old one.
Oh,
when
the old one, I
mariachi
know,
comes in.
No,
I think
no,
it's
I'm
every.
talking about the new one.
Yeah,
The new one, they have a mariachi
They
band.
had
it's
the
every
band the
Saturday
night we
night.
went for his birthday. So what night was that?
But they had a band.
There wasn't a
The
band.
mariachi band was there that night.
No,
They didn't do
Yes,
it for
they
my
were.
birthday.
They
It
were-
was just a bunch of random people singing.
I'm
And
telling
Corbin
you,
almost
yeah,
dropping the
it-
cake on his head.
They gave him the hat. I'm
I
talking
did
about
wear
the
the
people
hat.
that
That
wear
was
like
during
a
the
sweat.
I
Yeah.
know.
Hayden, I'm telling you, they were not there.
They
All
weren't
right.
there.
Like,
I was
Were you saying
slightly
they were, like, in the
inebriated
building
and can tell you
playing?
that they
Yes.
were not there.
I don't remember that.
Okay,
Nah,
I'm on
yeah.
drugs, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
You are.
Whatever.
I honestly,
Yeah.
Aiden,
What
I-
time did
there
we?
too.
What time did we go at 2?
It was like
Yeah.
2, yeah.
Was it? No, oh, wait, we went Sunday,
Sunday,
right?
yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
Yeah,
kidding.
we went Sunday, like during a dead time.
Anyway,
yeah, but anyways, best food, great atmosphere. If you ever go to Gainesville, Georgia, go to Senior Fiesta at the new Kroger. Is that Jesse Jewell Parkway? Yeah, Jesse Jewell.
Indeed.
Where? Limestone.
No, yeah, Limestone. Jesse
Limestone.
Jewell's the other
Yeah,
end.
just look up Senior Fiesta, and if it's in Gainesville,
ask for
you got one or two to
Faustino.
pick for.
You guys
Don't
have a
pick the
favorite waiter
second
there? Faustino's my man, so ask for Faustino.
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 shout out.
But yeah, no,
we get a
it,
discount or not?
it is honestly.
You do not. I
just
am not.
like-
I wish.
Free
honestly,
avocados.
Yeah, ask for
Free chips.
avocados.
Talking about
Salsa.
avocados, this Levi at one point in his career
Still do.
still does in his career. So this is just a thing. He used to get everything separate. So he used to get an order of avocado, like an order of steak, like an order of chicken, right?
Yes.
And then like an order of rice. So
Yes.
like he would order
No,
everything.
not even rice, just the meat and the
yeah,
avocado.
you would just order everything separate.
Yeah.
One time, this is a story about Levi because like we're trying to introduce him. We were doing karaoke at that one Mexican restaurant. That was in like I can't remember.
It was
in Cornelia, Georgia.
That's where we sang karaoke.
And Levi's bill for himself was like $38.
Oh
night.
my
I ate a lot that
Disgusting.
night.
It was
It
disgusting.
was like
Oh.
it was like 4 orders of grilled steak and like
Dude, that
4
hurts my
orders
back
of
just thinking
avocado.
about
No, it was awful. We
I
were like,
oblit-
Levi, what did you
I
eat?
obliterated it.
He used to. How many orders of avocado would you get?
3.
3. I still do.
He would-
Bro.
yeah.
I get 3.
Three orders of avocado.
3
you know.
orders.
Avocado is awesome.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I used to hate it when you liked
I
it, but
love
like
avocado.
avocado.
It is some of the
No,
best
avocado's
food.
great.
Some
but
of the best
love
food
it
you will
now.
ever
3
eat.
orders?
No, yeah.
Sheesh.
Levi
it's
knows
ga-
how to put down.
That's
some food.
why I
Love you, Levi.
mentioned. That's why I mentioned Faustino at Senor Fiesta because every time I come in there, he already has my avocado waiting for
Oh,
me.
that's
Does he charge
perfect.
you?
He does, but still, he has to wait.
Actually, he triple
He
charges.
just he walks
Faustino.
over to me and he gets my drink and then he brings back the drink and avocados.
That's good.
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty cool,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is good service. You have to pay
Um,
for it.
No, but so as far as like rating of Senor Fiesta, man, I mean it's up there.
For
That's-
me-
that's as I mean, I can't give a perfect rating just because for me that's
So the one thing that it does lack is kind of inconsistent at times.
It can be.
And it's inconsistent from a quality of the food standpoint and the portion. So like I get ACP, and what that is like rice,
arroz con
chicken,
pollo,
and
arroz con pollo, rice and chicken,
Rice and chicken
cheese.
and cheese.
yeah. So like sometimes the rice, there's like a little sliver of it about this much, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just very inconsistent from that standpoint. And sometimes the chicken is a lot like a couple restaurants nowadays, kind of like Zaxby's. I think Zaxby's changed their chicken
Zaxby's,
supply.
I haven't eaten Zaxby's in a long
It's changed. I ate it the other day.
I like
but like
Zaxby's.
the chicken's like rubbery.
I want to tell you guys
sometimes.
about that
Sometimes.
actually, real quick.
But
What about
overall-
Zaxby's? What Levi?
Oh, I was gonna wait till he finished his point, but
Oh.
No, it's all good.
oh no, the Zaxby's on Green Street. Everyone was talking about it. It's actually closing because of how bad the service is.
Oh wow!
lot
got
of good
like
memories
it got
made there,
like
too.
it got
Yeah.
like 7 straight 72s or something like that on its health score.
Whoa!
R.I.P. Isaiah Hill.
Yeah, it's not
And
That's
they're
bad.
moving.
crazy.
They're built. They just built the new one off of right across from Senor Fiesta.
Oh
on
yeah, it's a
Limestone.
new one, the red
That's
one.
the new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
What?
But I-
the red ones.
But I don't respect Zaxby's
Not
much.
the new Senior Fiesta?
No,
Yeah,
the
the
new
new one.
Senor Fiesta is
Uh-huh.
across the road.
We have a Zaxby's now? Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, but Zaxby's kind of pissed me off at the Super Bowl when they made fun of Chick-fil-A for not being open on Sundays, and like Zaxby's prices took a hit. Like everyone
I
quit
bet.
going
Chick-fil-A
to Zaxby's.
roast people even though they're only open 6
Exactly.
days
Yeah.
a week.
Like
Yeah, they
Zaxby,
bring in like
Nobody
hordes of people.
nobody has their, like access to their financials, but supposedly they do better than like every single restaurant in 6 days.
That doesn't surprise me.
Zaxby's
Well, like
was made to
Zaxby's
look
lost
stupid.
my business when they turned the wings and things from $6.99 to $8.99.
Yeah.
Like, you can go away with that.
And then
Yeah.
the chicken quality went down. It's all
yeah,
rubbery.
I'm just like,
after
no,
that.
no.
And like it made them look so desperate when you're making fun of people for being Christians and not working on Sundays.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know this, but Zaxby's actually owns the airport in Winder, which is right by
They do.
Jefferson.
It's the personal airport of their owners.
Yeah, like the
That's dope.
headquarters I think are in Athens. So like they fly in and
Well,
out
let's
of
go
there
park
all the
over there
time.
and make fun of them for
Oh.
their store being closed down.
Oh,
again.
this
So-
rubber's good.
So Zaxby's, we're gonna rate a solid 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
And
Compared to Chick-fil-A,
Senor
absolutely.
Fiesta, on the other hand, we're gonna rate a solid, I'd say 9 out of 10.
I'll give
I
them
mean,
a
it's
9.
up there, man.
It can drop down to like a 7 sometimes, but I would be
no,
I
but
would,
consistently, like on average, I'm
On
gonna say
average.
9 out of 10.
I would say
9.2.
a 9.
Senior is the perfect peak, like price to portion to good Mexican.
They give you
food.
so much
Yeah.
food.
You know.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they do.
man.
It-
And
it's
I'm
so
not
much.
complaining about.
I'm
the
never
portion
not
size.
full when
I'm
I
just
leave
saying
there.
it's very inconsistent. Like
Sometimes
you
you'll
get a lot
get
of
like
chicken,
crap. Sometimes you'll get
Yeah, I'm
like
not
a
gonna
huge
lie.
plate, and then the next day it's like, why did I even come?
but it's still a lot of food. You'll
Exactly.
be full leaving there.
Oh
Yeah.
god!
Yo,
like, I
gosh.
literally we ate so many chips that last time. I got the APC. I was like, oh, it's not a lot of food, but it's just drenched in queso. And like I got like 3/4 of the way done, and we were all just like so tired. Like, God,
I was
that
definitely
was a
tired,
tough drive home
but
because
I
Hayden
wasn't
drove home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
I
was.
went
rough.
home
I,
and
dude, I was
straight
about to
down.
pass
The
out.
queso, like that food will put you to sleep.
That was
It's
rough.
amazing.
Soul
though.
food.
It is soul food.
So
Soul
good,
plane.
dude.
That's just
Migos.
right. That gets right
Um,
here, dude. Just
but yeah.
boom.
On that note, y'all, we're gonna take another quick break. We will be right back. Don't leave, or something terrible will happen. I promise.
No, it will not.
And yeah, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome to this.
It's your boy, Brother Hellis, on the beat. Y'all yeet.
It's your boy at
Skeet,
PlayStation
skeet.
Vacation.
Real
and-
quick, can
oh,
I just like mention something that my dad just sent me?
Sure.
So he just sent me a link to Barstool, and it says, it's a video. It says, a man almost beat up a woman over their 4-year-old kid's amateur wrestling match.
A man almost beat up a woman.
Yeah, over like a wrestling match.
I don't know what's more concerning: the man beating up the woman,
No,
or
I'm not
or the
talking
4-year-old,
about that. Like, yeah, like
or the 4-year-old in a wrestling match.
no, I'm talking about the parents fighting at a kid's wrestling match. Like, I'm assuming over the kid.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it and read about it.
That's,
So
that's crazy.
That sounds like some
Um,
WWE crap right there. Did
yeah,
John
but yeah.
Cena also come out, or nah? You couldn't see him anyways. Never mind.
yeah. Oh.
Getting right into it.
That was a good one.
We've got PlayStation Vacation.
Finally have some content for this
Yeah.
section here. We had to cut it out a few times because
Yeah.
it was like, okay, Fortnite is still hard now.
But
It's-
yeah.
Which it still is. I'm
it's
still
almost
not
that-
good.
It's almost that season. It's where
So
all the
the-
good games are starting to come out.
The new kid on the block right now is Apex Legends. Since Chris is our resident Apex savage, we're gonna let him.
Legend.
We're gonna let him
I'm not
take
gonna
over.
lie,
on this
I've
one.
played the game a lot already. Well, I haven't played it more. Graham and Drew from Gainesville or whatever.
Mhm.
They're both higher levels than I am, and I was like, okay. But it is a very fun game. It's made from the people who made Titanfall.
Respawn.
Cool.
Yes,
Respawn.
Respawn, but it is not like there's no it's in the same like universe, but it's not Titanfall. So there's no I guess Titans. But honestly, they've done so much stuff that's right like it's the smoothest battle royale that I've ever played, and it just came out. Like
Cool.
a lot of people were talking about like it's just the Fortnite killer, and everyone's like, no, Fortnite's not gonna die. And I was just like, all I'm saying is, if you look at the release of Fortnite, and you look at the release of this, like, this like Apex Legends blows everything out of the water, and that goes for any like blackout.
Fortnite, I feel like it was very like it was kind of like like it was the graph for this game obviously is like this it's like at a steady incline right now.
It literally, yeah.
But Fortnite, it kind of took a while. Remember whenever like we were playing it and people was like, "Oh, Fortnite, what the heck?" And then all of a sudden,
yeah,
it was like
literally,
that.
yeah. Once, it was right around the time when we got our first win. Do you remember that, guys?
Oh, dude, I remember every time
we
going ham.
I have never
in
gotten a win in
Factory.
Fortnite.
So
Fun
first time
fact.
we won a Fortnite was in Factory, and it was crazy. Like it was when we didn't have like any kind of loot for like the first half of the game, and we screamed for like 10 minutes straight.
Dude, it was
let's go.
sick.
But yes,
We were all in our kitchen like, yes!
the game like it was very hard though because like you had to pick everything up. It wasn't smooth.
Yeah.
So like it really started to take off. But this one, the first 3 days, they gained 10 million players. And the thing is, like,
Crazy.
battle royales are so popular now. Like, as soon as a new one pops up, a streamer is gonna hop on it just to try it out because people want to see new stuff. So
And if it's cool
Literally-
and people like it, then that's it.
everyone likes it so far. So it's just this big wave that's gonna keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
Until
I mean,
it-
I've seen a lot of like Fortnite YouTubers and stuff and
Yeah.
streamers just playing this.
like CDN
so.
has a video. Like Ninja's played it. Tim the Tatman's played. Like everybody's moved on. from
Any
Fortnite.
game that Hefe Ninja touches, like that
I mean,
game's
it's a
blowing
game.
up.
Oh, yeah,
I'll go ahead and
exactly.
tell you. Like,
Yeah.
It's a game. Like it's the game.
Well, and like, and
Yeah.
even like Tfue, like one of the most like one of the best pro players in Fortnite, he like says constantly all day in his streams, like I can't play this anymore. Like it's just like ruined. Like it's just like to a point where like the horse is stuck in the mud and it's kind of been beaten.
Well, it's all
a little bit.
gimmicky now.
Yeah.
It's all gimmicks.
Yeah.
Does Apex cost money?
No,
Apex
it's free.
is a
Free to
free to
play.
play.
Free to play.
That
Do
it
they
is.
have like a battle pass system like
Not yet.
Fortnite?
Not
No,
yet.
but there are more confirmed characters coming out. And
Oh yeah.
the
Tell 'em about
map
that.
the map is named. The map is named King Canyon. So
So you think multiple maps?
possibility for new maps.
Cool.
And also, like, it's made by EA, so they're like, or like under EA, so AAA Gaming under that. So once this blows up, and like since it has blown up, the revenue that they're getting now is just exploded. So like I assume they're like, okay, 50 more people, go work on this game.
But what do you pay for? Skins?
You can buy like cosmetics through like
Okay.
like just like in Fortnite, like you can
Yeah,
like,
but I'm
buy
just saying-
V-Bucks, yeah.
I was just saying like how do they get the revenue? But okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
free game.
Like in-game purchases?
Yeah.
Yeah, in-game purchases
Um,
and also like.
But
yeah.
so then explain the whole like character thing because that's
So-
new too.
So the best way I can put it is like, there's legends and there's 8 of them, 6 of which you can use right off the bat, 2 of which cost like 12,000 of in-game credits, and you get like 600 per level. So you can get the first one at level like 23, which isn't terrible, but it's something to grind for and it's nice.
Yeah.
And then pretty much what they are is they all have their individual passive ability that just goes around when you're playing. They have an L1 like special ability, like for instance, one of the guys that I use a lot, his name is Bloodhound. He just does like a little like motion sense around him, and it shows like within like a 20-meter radius like what's around him, so it can spot hostiles.
Well, and there's the zipline guy, right?
That's his L1, and then you have an ultimate, which is like it takes like it can be like a minute and a half or like 2 minutes for it to recharge. Like the Bloodhound guy that I was talking about. If you guys ever played like Black Ops 3, like the Vision Pulse, like you put the goggles on, it's literally like that for like 30 seconds. And so they all have their unique abilities. So it's just like Black Ops 3 with like your specialist and Black Ops 4 with your specialist. Like it's literally just like that.
Or like Overwatch.
Yeah, exactly. It's honestly like someone said it was Overwatch and Titanfall had a baby, and bam.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty dope.
I think
I'm about to start
haven't
playing it
Yeah,
after
I
this
haven't played
test.
it, but I mean, I don't know. Chris has been like, dude, you need to
Dude,
download
me-
it.
Well, I watched that game last night. And when you got carried.
Oh, dude, no, yeah, no. The
Just expose a man,
funniest
dude.
thing ever. So there's a supply drop that comes out every match, and like, but it's a ship. So when you're landing, like when you're deploying from the in the Fortnite, when you're deploying from the bus, it's flying. You can land on it, and you can get the gear already, like before it lands.
Wow.
But it's a pretty hot drop, because there's a lot of like good loot there. So everyone's like, I'm gonna get it before it lands. So they both land there, and I had pinged a place because I was the jump master, and so
Jump Master?
yeah. Sorry, there's a lot
Call
of
us
things
a
to
shot.
explain.
Junk,
Yeah, so
wait, jump or
when
junk?
jump when
Jump.
you're in the bus or whatever, or the plane, before like you have your trio, your squad of 3, and one person jumps for the whole team. Now, so it's like team emphasis, because all the characters kind of can bounce off each other, and which 3 work the best, And so once you jump, you can jump separately, but the jump master can like do it all yourself. Like I can literally if you're the jump master, you can jump and lead us to the place, and I don't even have to touch it. So and you can relinquish it to other players. So it's nice.
You could lead somebody off the map if you really want.
Well,
to mess with
there's a thing where you can't do that, so it's weird.
Oh, okay.
No, but that's cool.
Well, what was I gonna say? When I got carried, so they landed on that supply drop, and I was like, I'm not going there. Like we're late because we'd already gone past it. So I was like, you guys are gonna be late. What are y'all doing? I land in the corner of the map, where a junk junction would be.
Yeah.
Nice.
Loot all that. Don't see anybody. They're in fights. They've been going down. Reviving each other. End up seeing these guys. I started running to them across like half the map. Didn't see anybody. Luckily. And one dude had 4 kills. One dude had 6. There was 2 other squads left in the game. I killed one dude. Another
this
squad.
is when I started watching.
Yeah, I killed one dude, and that squad was dead. And then the other guy was by himself, and then we won. And
they looked for him for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, literally like
funny.
so. Like these guys balled out 2 against 3 the whole game, and but dude, it's so smooth. The running, dude, I can't even explain it. Like I'm addicted to it.
That game though, like it looked really fun, very competitive.
It's very fast paced. Like that's why, like when you guys come in, like obviously, like it's like a new like when we were trying to win Fortnite for the first few times, it was like come on. So that's how I am, and it's a very like you can die like that sometimes, and it's like oh god, and like if you come up on a team of 3, they can just laser you. And like you'll be dead. So like you guys are coming in, which is fine. I'm always just like zoned in, like not even focusing on anything else,
Yeah.
Because it is pretty difficult. Mikey started playing it the other day, but he's gotten a lot better at it. But dude, I love it.
I'm
I need
probably
to
start
playing
tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. I need to as well. The only thing that worries me is it's under EA.
That's the thing.
And we've all seen what EA's done.
especially
Especially with the Battlefield franchise.
I said the same thing. I said as long as EA doesn't mess this up, like they could run with
anytime EA sees something making money, they ends up getting crappier and crappier.
Is EA like the parent company or something? Or?
Yeah. EA. So Respawn is a development company, but EA is the production company.
Okay.
Like it works as in like Respawn directs it and creates it, and EA just writes the checks.
Yeah.
So same way with Activision in Call of Duty. Same why everything's paid, like you have to pay for loot crates or whatever now. Like that's the only thing that worries me with Apex Legends is if EA gets too greedy in it.
Definitely. And like I love it. I'm gonna play it. It's my game to play right now. My thing with Fortnite is we were actually talking about it because it's a new battle royale and we're having fun on this one. It's like Fortnite for me died when they started adding the playground mode. So then all these little kids could go on playground and practice all day. Like I don't have that time. Mm-hmm. It's not a casual game anymore. Like if you're not on your crap on Fortnite, it's like,
the skill gap is insane.
Yeah, it really is.
But that's what that sucks, like it's very hard to get a win now. But whenever I do get a win, I'm like, all right, like, let's go. Like I played good, but it's very hard to.
Now, I think we won like 4 games last night. Like we were like 4 out of like 6. Like we were killing people. It was great.
What, Fortnite or Apex?
Apex.
Okay.
We're moving on to Anthem now, Hayden.
Well, I was gonna honestly just basically
honestly,
Anthem
looks similar. Honestly,
Anthem is cool. It's like an MMORPG coming out, or just an RPG. I don't know game terms anymore. I give up. But long story short, it's like it's basically like how I explain it is what Destiny wanted to be when it came out.
Yeah.
Because Destiny was a game that came out. It was like an RPG where like you and your buddies could get in a squad or whatever and go out and like play the story or whatever and get loot, blah blah blah. And it's cool. It's a cool concept. But like a lot of complaints about Destiny is like it felt repetitive. It felt limited because the map wasn't really like an open world.
Kind of like the God of War map, if you guys know what I'm
This took
about.
that and just made it better. So basically Anthem, and I've already pre-ordered it. I can't wait to play it. It comes out on February.
Pre-ordered it?
Yeah, it comes out on February 22nd. Anthem is it's a game where basically You and like a squad of 4 can get in robot suits called javelins, go out, fly in this open world, and you can play the story. You can just free roam and kill like monsters, do like dungeons, loot, whatever. Dude, looks dope. Looks so sick. Like my friend Ohana, shout out Ohana. I visited him recently, and he pre-ordered it on his PS4, like downloadable. I did it like with disc, so I can't do this, but basically they did like an open beta, and I got to play it when I was there. Oh my god, it's so sick. Like the flying, you can fly in these robot suits, and it feels so good.
Iron Man,
dude. I legit felt like Iron Man.
Relate the sensation of the flying. To like Spider-Man swinging. Like, is it that kind of good?
So
sensation?
yeah. So
Comparable?
for those of you who played Spider-Man PS4, it felt natural. Like you felt like Spider-Man
swinging was
through
just
the
so
city.
satisfying. So it's gonna be satisfying like
It's
that.
like that, dude.
That's dope.
It's that good. It
That's-
just feels
that's-
like fluid.
That's what makes or breaks a game, and that's like with Apex. Like the fluidity just like makes the whole
yeah.
game so
Oh,
much
feels
better.
so good. And like, of course, there's limitations because it like you there's a timer on your like rocket.
Okay,
So
yeah.
like you run out of time, you have to like run for a little while or whatever. But there are ways to cool down. So for example, in the world, everything is interactive. It's crazy. So like for example, one way to cool down your boosters and fly longer is to fly through water because it cools down the rocket.
Oh wow.
Or if
That's
it's
cool.
if it's raining, you can fly a lot longer. Stuff like that. It's cool, man. It's so sick. And like
Little
the
details like that make or break
yeah,
a game.
the shooter mechanics feel great. Like aerial combat. Everything about this game is just like so fluid, flawless. Like I cannot wait to play this game. I can't hype it enough. I'm
And
so ready.
There's one more thing, 2 things that I forgot about Apex that are massive. That will intrigue you guys. 1, there's no fall damage ever.
Thank
2,
God.
2, if you get downed, you have you can pick up things called knockdown shields. So you can hold it up and it does like you have like 250 points. So like they can't like directly thirst you. You know, it's harder for them to thirst you. Also, if you get killed all the way, it drops your bag. But if you still have a teammate alive, they can come. I think it's within like a minute and 30 seconds. They have to come to your box, like hit square, and it recovers your tags. And all around the map, there's probably like 10 or 12, I would say, like revive stations. So all the player has to do that's still alive,
Put the tags in.
you go up to it, hold square, and it revives like everybody.
Man.
It's like it drops you back in. So like the best thing is like
That
no
could be
fall
a game
damage.
winner, bro.
No, literally last night I was playing with Drew and Graham. So me and Graham die. Drew literally like fights for like 2 minutes straight. The other team gets pushed. Drew sneaks in, gets to both of our boxes, just gets them, and then bolts. Goes to the revive station. We drop back in. We end up winning the game. Like it was so funny. The last team that we killed was the team that killed us. So it's like, hey, we're back. But once you get revived, you don't spawn with any loot. So I mean, it's still like, I love it because it's like, you know, like it takes you out of the enjoyment if you're in Fortnite and you die first, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's just so like there's so many ways to keep you like in the game.
And
I
that's
love it.
that's a common
I
occurrence
love
now
it,
with
dude.
Fortnite. If you get downed and teammate's not right by you,
Yeah.
you're dead.
If you-
Like,
if
you,
you're
you already know, like you don't even get mad anymore.
Yeah.
You're just like,
even if you're
Just
even if you're thirsted, there's always a chance, you know.
yeah, that's sick.
So
Yeah,
it's dope.
that's really good.
Yeah. So that's PlayStation on vacation. I guess we'll move it on into the beautiful game that
Well, I will be-
everyone hates.
I'm heading out, guys. No, I'm just terrible at these quick things. Like my brain's just like,
I'm
Go.
surprisingly very good at
Stop.
this game. I'm surprisingly very
Yeah.
good at this game.
So for those of you who don't know, this is actually
Getting
this is a board card
Stop.
game or whatever that
First to be.
you can go out like Target or whatever and buy. And me and Levi and a couple other people play, or TC and my girlfriend Maggie played it the other night, and Levi was crushing it.
Hey. Hey, who won? Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired. Who won the lyric game?
Oh, that would be us.
No, me and you.
Yeah, indeed.
Your face.
Levi, you
who
suck.
who absolutely obliterated both of y'all in 5-second roll by over 7 cards.
Okay, so we're 1-1.
One for one,
Championship
yep.
game.
okay,
How
so
many Fortnite wins you got? Oh! I'm just
Or we can just
How many
fist fight.
businesses
What?
you own?
How many what?
How many businesses you own?
None, because I'm a 21-year-old.
I
got
own this
one.
podcast, so
Yeah,
suck
that
it.
is true.
No, I'm just kidding.
I own my own
you
business.
also- you
It's
also
my
own-
business.
You own a clothing
Stay out
brand
of it.
too.
I own you.
I don't own it.
You
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. He
So
says.
what does this revive mean?
Okay.
This topic again?
So, long
Revive
story
me.
short, this game is called 5-second rule. What happens is you come up with a category or a question or something. So, for example, you have 5 seconds to name 3 rap songs. Okay? Go.
Dude, I don't know.
Good.
brother.
I don't
See,
know.
okay, so you have 5 seconds to name the 3 things. If you can't name it, it goes to the next person. Levi, go. 3 rap songs.
God's plan, nice for what? Lie.
Okay, there you go. So that would be his point. And we don't really count points on the cast, but I mean, in the real game, I guess you do whatever.
I'm just so bad at these kind of games. My mind's just never in it.
But yeah, that's the game. We could have brought cards and stuff and prepped for this, but it's better when it's off the top. So, anyone have one off the bat?
Makes me look more stupider.
No.
Sorry.
All right. TC, ready? We'll go this way.
All
right. Name 3 aquatic animals. Go.
Shark, fish, electric eel.
All right.
Fish.
Third one was-
Time out. Fish and a shark can be the same thing.
Nemo.
A shark is a fish.
No.
Shark is a fish.
Shark is
A shark is a fish.
Shark is a dinosaur.
shark. Yeah,
Wait,
shark's
what,
dinosaurs.
what
Levi.
was the question? What was
3
the
aquatic
question?
animals. I think it counts.
We'll give it to you.
I would
would have
count.
been like eel, walrus, and then
Okay,
like
cool. So TC,
sea
give one
cow
for
or
Levi.
something weird.
Name 3 MLS soccer teams.
Atlanta United, Columbus Crew,
Eh.
LA
I don't know.
LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
I'll go with
Just
Uh,
give it to him. I don't
Honestly,
know.
yeah, I'd give it because I don't know any. I know Atlanta United. That's
Exactly.
His face was like,
And then he's like, oh, I
Got
was
it.
like, oh.
it. Okay, Levi, give one for Chris.
God. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. 3, 2, and go.
Name 3 things you shouldn't do on a podcast.
5,
Burp,
4,
cuss, fart.
3. Beautiful.
Just freaking keister the mic, dude.
Amazing.
Okay,
Chris, you got one for me?
Name 3 things you do before you go to bed.
Brush my teeth. Take a poop. Take a pee.
We'll give it to you. No, that wasn't counting seconds.
Do you do that all at the same time?
Yes, I do.
Challenge.
It's called multitasking.
Challenge. I challenge that.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
Go the other way now.
Other way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Name 3 things that fly.
Bird, plane, Superman.
Oh.
Superman's not real.
They're
You're
all
not real.
They're all the same. They're one and the same.
Chris, one for.
one for me, bro.
Gosh, dude, I'm so bad.
Okay, I got one for you. Levi.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for
Name 3 surgical tools.
Scalpel, knife, bandage.
All right. All right.
Man, he is good.
I'm telling you, he's good at this
Yeah,
freaking
he
game,
is,
man.
He is.
Name
Okay, TC.
three
man.
women's soccer team.
3 WNBA teams.
No, don't do that, man.
0.
Because I can do that. So.
Name 3 countries you would never visit.
Okay. I
US.
don't really want to do this. I don't really.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
That's all right. Yeah.
Name 3 countries you would love to visit.
Okay. The United States, Mexico, Dominican Republic.
First of all,
First
you
of all,
live
you
in the
live
United
here.
States.
I haven't I've visited like 4 or 5 states.
Okay.
So really, I haven't
All right.
visited the United
That's-
States.
You've only
You're BSing your way
visited
out of
about-
this
you
question,
haven't
TC.
been to New York, L.A.
You've only visited one
Like,
tent.
you've
Okay,
really been-
time out. Hayden's family is from New York,
Yeah.
so he has to been. Yeah, he's been there.
No, I know. I'm
No,
saying
but
like,
him for
like,
TC.
Oh,
like, I
personally.
haven't been there.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if you haven't been to New York or L.A., like really both, in my opinion, you haven't really experienced America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's like the
If-
4
that's-
corners. Like you got like L.A., Georgia,
Miami.
yeah, or Georgia, Miami, that area. Then you got New York. Then you got like Montana.
Montana's awesome.
Because
Yeah,
like,
like
that's a
Yellowstone.
that's
West
that's a-
Virginia.
or just like Minnesota.
Okay,
like up there,
Hayden,
like,
we
that's a
want to
different part of
to
life.
visit places that are fun, not West
Take
Virginia.
me home.
Coal mine.
I don't want to go into a coal mine.
mine.
Risking life is
I
good.
don't know.
Risking
All
your
right,
lung capacity.
TC, you got one for me?
Yeah, I got you.
And then we'll do one more round.
All right. Let's see. Name 3 breakfast foods at the Commons.
Scrambies, sausage, and biscuits and gravy.
4. Wow.
Oh, 4.
Gravy
Well,
for food.
the gravy is a side to the biscuits.
Well, what if
Are you
it's-
sure, dude?
what
I
if-
eat bowls of gravy all the time.
That's
Just
disgusting.
What if it has sausages in it?
Here, I got you another one. Name
oh.
3 meals by name at Moe's.
Wrong, Doug. Home wrecker, Joey. Bag of donuts.
Wow.
Do
Yes.
not come at me with my Moe's. I will win.
If you
I'm
didn't-
just
Hayden,
better.
If you
Hayden-
didn't get that, I would have branded you.
Hayden, what's your
Woo! I was
Hayden?
actually really nervous.
What's your take on Chipotle?
It's crap. It's doo doo. It's buns.
What about Willie's?
It's crap. It's doo doo. It's buns.
What about
Different
any
order.
restaurant that's not Moe's?
It's crap. It's doo doo. It's buns.
Case
How do you
closed.
feel about Pasquale's?
It's out of
It's
business.
roaches. It's bugs. It's spiders.
It's out of, it's out of
Anyone out of
business. It's out of
business?
business. It's out
Bro,
of
I
business.
love Pasquale's.
It's
Speaking
gone
out of
now.
business, Little Italy.
All right, let's get back to the game.
Non-existent.
Oh, it's closed too?
Yeah.
Yeah, the sliced is there now.
Oh, yeah, I actually did hear about that.
Y'all been
okay.
missing
Isn't it the same people, though? Like,
No.
it's not.
Reek smoking
Okay. I guess
One more game? One more round, right? You want to do one more round? Or do we have
What
time?
what time are we looking at?
let's move her on.
Let's move on.
Let's giddy up down now.
This week in sports.
Oh yeah, this week in sports.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
New
we-
football league, folks.
No,
Yeah.
actually, no. It's not a new football league. Football is just back.
No, this is a new league, man. This is so much better. So minutes.
Forget about the NFL. Don't need them. What?
within minutes of me like turning on the TV because my dad had texted me. What is that?
It's our phone.
Oh,
Answer. Answer it on the pod.
We got our first caller, folks.
So this is Sharon, our local Google specialist, and I'm going to hang up on her now.
Thank you.
I was like,
Was she a real
whoa.
person?
That was the most savage thing I've ever heard in my life.
Sharon, our local Google specialist.
I am an inflatable wacky tube man.
I'm so tired of that. Okay.
Okay,
anyway.
so Alliance American Football is what it stands for. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is. So any business, it needs competition for the simple fact that it has to improve each and every year, each and every day to, remain at the top of their field. The NFL's at the top of their field right now because it's kind of like a monopoly. This
Yeah.
American Alliance Football, I hope it makes it. It may not, but at least it's drawing awareness to how bad and sissified the NFL is. That's exactly what it's doing because there was less penalties. There was those are the guys there was guys those are really good athletes that just couldn't make the NFL
Yeah,
team. And there was some real talent out there. Seriously, it's not a bunch of bums.
The
well,
thing
there
that
was
blew
talent
my
on
mind.
every team except for Atlanta because they got absolutely.
The thing that blew my
waxed.
mind is why the Atlanta team wouldn't play Aaron Murray. You put a Georgia team like that.
Yeah,
That's Georgia. Everyone was like, why didn't you play Aaron Murray?
I don't know, but Orlando, led by TC's very own Steve Spurrier,
yeah, Spurrier.
Really?
absolutely waxed the
You're
Atlanta
joking
Legends.
me.
Yeah, he can
It-
barely walk.
it
He
was
hobbled up and down the sideline.
It was 40-6, wasn't it? The final score. It was bad.
I don't
they
know.
killed him.
We started watching it and it was just golly, why is
Atlanta seemed like they didn't know what they were doing.
it- exactly
honest
we're
with you.
playing football. I don't know what they've been doing. I wonder where they practice at.
They're called the Legends. I don't know what they're Legends of.
They're called the
I guess
Apex
sucking.
Legends.
Well, they're old and they can't move.
Well, I think
I know they played their home games at Georgia State Stadium. That's where they're
Wow.
going to put their home games. At.
I think
Turner Field?
the
That old Turner.
dumbest argument for football is what the heck, CTE, all that crap. It's these people get paid millions because of the risk of their job. They know what they're getting into. It's not like I played football and got a concussion. What the heck is I'm going to sue
it's
you
not
guys.
like you're going to act surprised.
No, yeah, you know what you're doing, and the people that they spend years perfecting their craft to become a pro at football, a pro at a contact sport. It's so stupid. Now I think all the calls where, you can tell it's targeting. Absolutely fine that guy like that. Get him out of the game. That's perfect. But you can't sissify the quarterback. I'm sorry, he's a player. I almost lost my arm and I'm a kicker.
Yeah.
The quarterback, he's a player.
No,
They get
legit.
hit. If you don't want to be hit, then, don't play football.
Did you see that big old hit that was?
Oh,
happened in that
yes.
game?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
That
he
was
waxed
huge.
him.
That's it. You're not this isn't the scrimmage games that we have where you couldn't tackle the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's not fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's got pads just like everyone else. It sucks, but
yeah. I mean, if it's practice,
you got to be aware of that.
You get that.
We
But,
talking
if
about
it's a
practice?
scrimmage or a game, he's gonna get hit. But their salaries is I just looked it up. 3 years, $250,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Per
Like-
year, or is that in
no,
all?
in all, 3 year, 250. So it's
Wow.
not great. But this is kind of like last chance for these guys. This is their last chance before they have to go and get jobs as car salesmen, accountants.
Even then,
normal
I mean,
people.
like you're playing. Like if you love the game, you love football.
Exactly.
Like, you're playing football for money.
What is that? That's $75 a year,
That's
ain't
still,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's 75.
You're playing.
over.
You're doing something
Yeah.
you love for a living. Like that's perfect.
Yeah.
And was that the average salary?
Yeah, I think that's what everybody gets, like every position.
I got you. Well, I
think,
same thing with like Apex Legends. Like people start watching it more revenue.
Oh yeah.
That could go up.
Oh no, yeah, it's going to take off. I think, especially if
crazy.
they can
Well,
keep it
as
up.
a base salary
the
for the-
XFL's coming back.
That's what
next
I was
year.
about to say. The XFL's coming back.
So there's about to be a lot of competition in that market, and it's going to make the NFL. They're either going to have to get better, or people's going to quit watching them.
Yeah.
And all those rednecks, because of the Colin Kaepernick thing, they're going to be like, I ain't watching the NFL. I'm going to watch AAF and all that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's a huge demographic for like old classic football.
Now, like all those, like the rednecks and the people that don't support Colin Kaepernick. It's not just rednecks. They can kind of. They have an alternative if they love football.
Oh yeah,
they
and,
don't
like,
have to
people.
settle.
People
and watch
love
the NFL.
football. You don't watch football just for the field goals. People love football because there's hitting.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
Exactly.
Like, that's what you watch for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
But
I've never been more disgusted watching football than when Clay Matthews got that like roughing the passer called on him.
Even the quarterback
That-
he
that-
hit was like that wasn't pass
literally-
interference.
It was
or
like
wasn't a
It was
PI.
such a tap on the shoulder, and I was like, "This is ridiculous." man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the QB
they
even looked
signed
around
up
and was
to
like, "What?"
get paid money for a job. They knew they were going to get hit. Like it's so stupid.
Well, maybe if the NFL were not cheap and actually hired full-time refs, that would be.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know
Instead of
why
a
they
bunch
don't.
of
There's
lawyers.
such a monopoly, like you said. Like, they run everything. They have so much money.
I mean, literally every shirt that has the NFL like merchandise or whatever on it,
It's like
they get
70
money
bucks.
from that.
It's like $70 a shirt. Too.
Exactly.
I mean,
so they
they
get, like,
are
40.
like
Oh, it's just crazy.
It's a wild. It's wild.
sports.
Yeah. Anyway,
rings.
anything else about this week in sports, guys?
There's a lot of NBA trades in the Dallas Mavericks, which I am a fan of, ladies and gentlemen. They have just added Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
And they traded away some.
Luka is way
some-
better than Trey.
Oh yeah. So now they have Luka and Kristaps. Like it's the
And
future's
Dirk.
What did
looking
he
bright.
hurt last year?
He tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Towards ACL.
So like he's
he'll
not
be
going
ba-
to play this year.
Yeah.
But I mean, who cares? Like everybody's like, well, you don't know if he's going to be good after his ACL. It's like the dude is 22 years old. Like if he's 3/4 as good as he was, he'll be better than pretty much everybody in the league. They called him the unicorn, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's 7'3" and can do anything on the court.
exactly. He's like seriously, he's
I
like
mean-
Dirk on steroids.
I mean,
Yeah.
Harden's better, but it's just.
yeah, Harden is good, man.
Yeah, I think this is MVP year.
what-
Yeah, it is.
And then Marc Gasol got traded to the Raptors.
Yeah.
Marc
Gasol.
Gasol got traded.
And DeRozan, it goes in. So
Well, just today, this is a headline that some people may not have heard. Is Kareem Hunt, the guy that hit punch,
yeah.
got signed by the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but so I'm not
Baker and
saying that
Hunt.
domestic violence is good or anything,
Look,
and
the
I,
Browns
like,
are
obviously
taking
there's
anything they can get.
there's video evidence, but that is a smart move by the Browns, having him, taking up that roster spot. Probably not going to play and everything like that just because of what he did, but just in case, having him there, that dude is a top 3 running back, probably top 3.
I would say.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
at least he's
Yeah,
good.
it's not hurting the Browns having him. on
Wait,
there.
I mean, obviously, it's disgusting what he did.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I'd freaking.
Oh, that
only-
was scary, man.
But I would like to. Him getting a second chance and him showing he's still good in the league after this, and because he's improved a lot, like he's gone out of therapy, would be a good sight to see.
Yeah.
It shows people that you can recover from almost anything.
We'll really see if he's able to bounce
Yeah.
back, come back, and everything like that.
Hope for the best.
Yeah, I do
hope the
too.
best for him,
I
man.
mean, I'd like to see him play, but at the same time, can't be running around. The NFL can't tolerate action like that. Hit
Nah.
like domestic violence.
They
and all
can't.
that.
They can't tolerate much after what they've been through the past few years.
Exactly. Yeah. So you want to roll it to hashtag Hellas?
Yeah, I
Or-
was
Are we
just-
going
I mean-
hashtag Ellis right now?
Cool. Yeah. So basically, my main thing this week was I was looking at
Oh, yeah, I'm
some
excited about
some
this.
viral news stories and stuff going on, and one thing popped out at me called the Boiling Water Challenge.
This sounds fun.
So, okay, you guys know the whole polar vortex thing, right?
Yes.
Polar vortex?
That we do.
Okay, well, long story short, because TC looks confused.
Yeah, I'm kinda lost. My brain is fried, dude.
No, you're good. Basically, extreme weather conditions lately.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's
I didn't
been
know that's
like
what they called it. My bad.
ridiculously
Yeah.
cold, you know, in
Yeah.
like middle America.
But then in Australia, it was like
Yeah.
104 and like fires.
Right.
Like it was fires. Yeah.
Right. So what happened is people were going outside during this polar vortex, taking boiling water and throwing it in the air because it froze instantly, or it was supposed to. Okay, and it worked for some people, and
You're
like
talking about
they
like
took
in
videos.
Chicago, like when
Yeah, where it was like
Negative
crazy cold.
55 and
It
everything.
would literally freeze instantly, right? People started doing this, and it started warming up, and they got like burnt, like burnt.
Oh,
So
bad.
they tried to like run under it or
So
something.
no, here I'll show you a picture. I looked up this news article. So it looks when it works, it's supposed to look. Hold on, let me see.
kind of like dry ice
It's
almost.
supposed to look like this. Okay. So you throw it up in the air like a
Oh,
pie, and it
okay.
freezes, and it looks like snow, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Okay,
dude.
I mean, that looks cool.
Okay. Yeah, it looks cool. It's a cool thing, but
Oh.
people started doing it, and it warmed up, and they got like singed bad.
Oh,
pictures?
dude.
It sent several people to the hospital.
people-
I want to see somebody like.
I don't know.
I know. they're like,
I'm
No,
good.
it
I don't
doesn't
want
look
to see
like it.
third-degree burns.
But
thank you.
like, yeah, I'm talking third-degree burns,
Those
skin like ruined forever.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
eat after
bad.
this. I don't want it to ruin it.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's just Darwinism at work. Like,
No, honestly, it's like, but that's viral culture,
It's
and
just
it drives me.
stupidity
It's
at work.
crazy because
the
people
same-
will literally do anything to go viral.
Yeah, they really will.
I mean, anything. Like when it gets to the point
Everyone's
where
do-
you're putting yourself in danger, let's back her down, buddy. Like, come on, that's
Everything's about the clout.
what
do
was
it
it?
for the clout.
The Drake song, you know, like where the cars were going.
In my feelings.
Yeah,
In my feelings. challenge.
Kiki, do you love me?
that
Yeah.
started getting like like really like serious.
No,
and,
it does. I mean,
The
and
best,
think about it. Like
the best videos are where
there was the Tide Pod thing. That was just stupid.
that's
that
crazy.
died
there
out
was
fast,
the-
didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, because people started being like, "Okay, idiots, let's not
Let's
eat Tide
not
Pods."
Let's not eat detergent.
And then there was the cinnamon challenge.
I don't
You eat a thing of cinnamon, and people were like choking.
The cinnamon challenge.
at least that's edible though.
No,
I mean,
well, you can't eat a spoonful of cinnamon, Levi.
I know
Like-
you can't, but at least it's not detergent. Like,
No, yeah, I mean, like that's more.
Yeah, worst comes to worst,
Like,
you choke,
acceptable,
but, like,
I guess,
If
but-
anything else, you just got a bad cinnamon taste in your mouth.
you joke. Worst case, you joke.
I mean,
Worst
worst
case, you're
case
just
with
dead,
and then
you know?
worst case with Tide Pods, it eats your lower intestine and
Yeah.
you die.
No,
so,
but like,
And your
it
upper
just
intestine.
like, come on, be smart.
I like heard about that, you know, and I thought somebody did it, and it was like, oh, haha,
What, the Tide Pod thing?
yeah. But then I was like, people are actually doing that,
Like,
and like 'cause
several.
my dad was the one joking about, it, and I was like, people actually do that, and he's like, yeah, he's like, you ain't heard about it, and I was like, no,
Yeah, dude, it's
your
like-
dad pulls out one. Yeah, people do it.
yeah,
dude, no, but
easy
it's
right
just
there.
ridiculous. Like, when it's gotten to the point where you have to do that kind of thing to get clout,
yeah.
like, it's not worth it.
Well, okay. So the other day, I can't say it on air, but my dad. So y'all know like what I'm about to be talking about, and he said that if he ever hears about me or catches me doing what everybody's talking about, you know, all the fraternities and the sororities, that he's personally going to come and whoop my butt and everything like that, and like disown me about, you know, the fraternities and everything. EMA.
I'm not good with acronyms.
Eat my.
Oh,
Wow.
He said if I ever do that.
that's
I'm
real.
done.
People are doing that. You didn't
How
tell
would he
me
find out about it?
What?
How would he find out?
Are you
You haven't
serious?
heard about people eating?
No. What?
What are you talking about?
Like for Rush and stuff, like as a hazing thing?
No, not a hazing thing. Like as like a
Oh,
Just casually.
my Lanta.
You know,
like the
things you do when you get bored at night.
Oh.
But no, that just reminded me. You know, like that's kind of like a viral trend.
All right,
right
when we
now.
get
I
off
didn't
air,
know that was a
when-
viral trend.
When we get off air, can we talk more about this? Because now I'm very intrigued.
Wow. Anyway, back to this though. I mean,
people
look.
actually do that though, man.
Yeah, that's
that's
crazy.
nasty.
Booty.
Dude.
No, but at the end of the day, look, when it
Booty
comes
eating season.
when it comes oh my god.
No, man, that ain't me.
When it comes to
That ain't
when
me.
it comes to like viral trends, be smart about it. Like if it's something fun, little
Or
like
something that'll
the
make you sick.
the ice bucket challenge. That was cool, and it
Yeah.
raised money for like a cause and everything. That's
ALS,
great.
yeah.
When you're just chucking boiling water up in the air and looking at it, that's come on. Let's back her
Eating
down.
Tide Pods.
Eating type. Like
Eating
let's get
something.
real.
Well, people
Putting something into your
people-
body that
People
shouldn't go.
nowadays don't know how to fit in, and like if they notice they're not fitting in, they're like, oh, I'll do something crazy, or I'll be a transgender or something. You know.
And it's like the whole Boont gang thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Boom gang.
Boont gang. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, basically, this guy Boont,
God.
he went viral on Instagram for literally going out and committing crimes and filming it on Instagram. Basically.
And if you didn't know, it got him
would-
in jail.
He would go into like a fast food restaurants, jump over the counter, and like take food and leave. And it was just stupid. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he's
People
in
are
jail
wondering
now.
why, like, why'd you shoot him? I was like,
No,
retards.
I'm pretty sure he's in jail now. But like, it's just stupid, man.
Don't play the stupid
What are you doing?
game.
Yeah,
He got
man,
he got
Stupid-
arrested
You
again.
play stupid games.
He
you
got
win
a-
stupid prizes.
He got arrested for again, I think, for having sex on Instagram Live,
Oh my.
filming it
Yeah,
with
he
a
played-
prostitute.
Like, what are you doing?
That's racist, bro.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like if you want to go viral, just I mean, okay, cool. Like get the clout, whatever you want to do, but don't be stupid.
Do
Like,
it
just
more or less nonchalantly. Like if you're putting all your cards into like being like someone's laughing stock, then like you gotta seriously check your life goals.
don't. And also check your mental status because something might be off.
Yeah.
Please see
Like,
your
that's what I'm saying.
closest
People like
licensed physician.
society rewards people for being like weird and not okay. You know, and like, cause pity wins nowadays.
Yeah.
And so that's what's like. It was like, well, you can't deny me this, but it's like there's standards, like they have to be upheld.
I have standards.
in society.
It's the same thing as like the Josh Gordon thing, you know. Like everybody, like until he was like, "Oh, I have mental issues." Everybody's like, "Why can this dude not stop smoking weed?" And then he just announces like it was literally him like tweeting, "I have mental issues. I need to step away." And then everybody's like, "Oh, you poor
Everybody has
thing."
mental issues.
Exactly. Like you
Literally,
like weed is not addictive. You can stop. Like it's not like cocaine. So, I
mean, in that situation, you'd have no clue what he's going through, though.
yeah, but
'Cause,
like
yeah,
but he
depression
gets
ain't no-
kicked out of the
depression-
league for, like,
Mental
4
issues and
times.
depression ain't no joke, though.
No,
Oh,
like
it's
I know
definitely
it's
not
not a
fun.
joke, but like like claiming that you have mental issues whenever you've gotten kicked out of the league for four times, chance after chance, you're in the greatest system.
In that situation, I don't. He should have just came forward and said that sooner. If
Yeah,
it
he
was
should-
really true,
If it's really true, but I will almost bet money that it's not true.
it probably wasn't. Cost
No.
himself a ring this year.
Yeah, and it
that-
cost
that
him money,
sucks.
his family money too. So it wasn't just him.
Dingleberry Jim.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think
But like that's the same thing. Like
a lot of the things like drugs, like any drug of too much of it is bad for you. Like Tylenol is bad for you. You know, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
if
What are you talking about, dude?
Well, I'm just saying.
I took 9
Like-
ibuprofens
like
this morning. I
weed
feel
is
fine.
like-
I've literally been
it's
eating
like,
a bottle. This
Did you
entire
have
time.
like? Did you have a mental disorder before, or are you in this mind state because of the drugs? You know.
And like I get like yeah, you may get like used to smoking weed, but it's not like a necessity. Like, well, I woke up, I got to do it. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Especially when you have
Chill.
millions of millions of like dollars and like the ability to actually seek all that help. You know.
he has a God-given ability, and this dude cannot put down a
and he's
joint,
pissing it away.
and he just can't. Like, it's just like,
I don't know.
and then whenever you get caught, you're gonna be like, oh, well, I have mental issues. Like, no,
Yeah. Well,
no, you should have said that the
If you-
previous
yeah,
3 times.
I feel like if it was legitimate, he would have said something. And again, I don't know. Like, I don't know for certain. But
yeah,
I mean, you know,
I hope the
let's be
dude's
real.
all right.
Come on, like, I hope he's all right. But like, if that's the case, you should have said something.
And like he tweeted that before he got kicked out of the league. Like that update came out 5 minutes before the NFL like released a statement saying that
Crazy.
he had been suspended
Yeah.
indefinitely.
I mean, I think it
so it seems like
looks like a last ditch effort.
it
That's
looks
what it
like a-
looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
it's just like,
But
man,
hey,
come on.
yeah. But anyway, back to the whole, the point. The point is, if you want to be famous, do it for the right, or get famous the right way. Do it for
Be
the right
legitimate,
reasons.
like
Yeah.
with yourself. Like,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
be
like-
someone you're not. Like, if
Don't
you're,
be a fraud.
Yeah.
Just don't be stupid.
Don't
Be
commit
smart,
fraud.
people.
And
Just
don't
don't
be
re-
a fraud.
Not everyone's cut out to be famous. You know, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
how about people just need to realize you don't have to
People-
be famous to be successful. in
or
this
or
world.
be happy. You
Like,
know.
that's the thing. Just do something that makes you happy. Don't do something that makes you famous.
Exactly.
Oh man, what was the that is so weird that he just said that. Let me look up this thing real quick. Y'all keep talking, whatever. Sorry. I
But
should've
yeah,
had
like that's the thing. Like I don't understand like why people care so much about what
I
other
don't know,
people
man.
think.
It's the social media, internet, like driven world we live in now.
And
They just want to get clout.
especially like with this generation, like it's driven by social media. It's driven by, I feel like a lot of it is driven by politics and music. Those are the two things you see the most on social media. And so like,
Well, I mean,
you know,
that's like what's influential right now, and that's what people are talking about.
exactly.
But
And since it's so easily put out there, like, I don't know, people are just chasing dreams that aren't attainable and that aren't smart.
Yeah.
Like,
Those are
I
big
think
facts.
that people like the message, like it's like the message in rap, like you can't follow that and like don't try to follow that and expect to be happy. It's like you don't need to live like a rapper does to be happy because chances are they're not.
yeah,
Like,
Most of 'em aren't.
I get all the chicks. I have all the money. Like that's okay.
yeah,
cool.
but like
I mean,
MC Hayden over
it's
here.
so
Yeah.
it's so glorified nowadays that people are like, I'm gonna just do that. I'll be a you know a turd to everybody,
yeah.
and you know just get as much money as I can to be happy.
Man.
It's just so blown out of proportion nowadays.
Yeah,
What was it about, TC?
yeah.
So it was about like it was some like Martin Luther King Jr. So at work today we had a meeting and one of the partners had a Martin Luther King Jr. Picture up there, and he was saying how like one of the quotes that he had said about like tied in with model the golden rule, and it's like treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And it was like saying how you don't have to be famous to make an impact on people's lives, pretty much.
yeah.
Stuff like
No,
that.
and that's true.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I think a lot of the time when people do good things or whatever, they try to publicize it as much as they can.
They need
so
that
can be like,
recognition.
yeah, it's like I am the best in the world. But like, if you're really like, if you really want to like live in that way, and or, I mean, you
That
know,
should
like,
be standard.
be like Jesus would be, or whatever you want to say, like. They wouldn't crave that recognition, and they wouldn't go out of their way to show everybody, like, hey, I'm doing a good thing. They would just do it because it makes them feel intrinsically good,
Yeah.
and that's what you should do, in my opinion. Like, but I don't know, people
And people notice
clout
it,
chasers.
and it becomes much more of a thing. Like in the workplace, like you might do a lot of things, but like if you get that promotion because of it, like it's like wow, like people actually notice. You know,
Yeah.
Like, you have
Yeah.
to wait for it to like build up. Like you have to put a lot into it. You can't just do one thing and be like, oh, it
Yeah,
didn't pay
I mean,
off.
like good things will come around if you're a good person. Good things will come your way. I
yeah,
promise.
Wait
you.
for
When-
more puzzle pieces to fit, and like wow, this is the picture that I thought I was gonna get the other way.
Yeah.
but I just stuck
like,
it out.
Whenever like over the summer, I was like, man, this sucks. But like seriously, like whenever they told me that I got like they wanted me to stay on like and extend my internship,
Mm-hmm.
that was like top three, one of the greatest like feelings I've ever had, and it's because I worked for it.
Yeah.
and I got it. So like, oh man,
Yeah,
it just makes you hungry.
grind season says.
But
make
and
you
like
hungry.
you were never like oh that girl over there didn't do anything. I finished her work too. You know, like
Yeah.
you just stuck it out,
Yeah,
did your stuff. You know, was extremely respectful, and you know it paid off. It's like
Yeah.
oh how'd that work? Well, it's like
I wasn't an idiot.
a
Just,
lot of
you know,
people,
just-
a lot of people, especially going in the workforce now, like they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to
Yeah.
just put their heads down and like
It's like that video I sent yesterday. A lot of people I've heard that like our generation thinks that we're just supposed to be given a job and everything like that. But that's true. People actually think like that.
Like,
And
people think that they're gonna come here, go to college, get a 4-year degree, and just be magically gifted a job
exactly
just because they have a piece
I-
of
and
paper
I
that
just
says
don't- I
they're
don't think
good at one
people
thing.
know-
okay, pay me.
I just don't
That's
think
not how
people
it works,
don't
man.
people don't know the consequences of not like getting a
Not
job.
trying.
Well, because like we're in a day and age of like technology and like our quality of living is so much higher. Like as a kid, the
it's
amount
gonna
of
keep
toys,
going up too.
the amount of toys we get, the amount of services we get. Like like we're all given that. Like we were all blessed to have that growing up. But now it's like I don't think people understand like oh I don't have that if I don't have a job afterwards. Like so people aren't driving for that.
Yeah.
I think people are so used to like getting things
Exactly.
that no
Like,
one's rounding themselves.
If you
like
come
no
from a
one.
family up here and then like expect that after like college without doing anything, it's like
Yeah. That's,
then when you're down here working at 7-Eleven, it's like, man, I should have tried.
To
in
me, it's
college.
like people aren't rounding themselves out. Okay, cool, you got a degree in business management, accounting, whatever, but then
7 million.
they don't
other
have the
people.
other skills that you need to
Yeah.
function in this world, like talking to people. Talking to people is a big thing no one has
Exactly.
anymore.
Yeah, it really
I can
is.
stare at somebody and try to have a conversation with them. They look like I'm speaking German to them.
Same thing with like being a server, man. Like, it's just like I would literally give people free queso if they were just like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
Back to me, and I was like,
But then they
"You're a
stare at
normal
you like
per-
they're deer in headlights,
You're a
and they've
normal
never
person,
had this
thank you.
interaction before.
So am I the only one that sees it like this? But is this like this generation, I guess you could say? But I think it's like everybody nowadays. It's polar opposites. Either, you know, they're very hard workers and, you know, they put their nose like down to the ground and they just get after it and they're just some dogs, or they're lazy. I think it is like I think it's opposites, and there's not many in the middle anymore. I think this generation
The
is
middle
just
class.
like split.
I mean, that's why they're saying the middle class is disappearing in America because, I mean, that's the reason.
Yeah, there's two people. Like, there's not many. Like, he works hard sometimes, but he's pretty lazy. Like that. I really I don't believe that.
It's like you're either almost going out there and killing yourself every day to live your dream, or you're just
and
not.
obviously everybody has downtime.
And
That's not what I'm talking about.
Really,
Exactly. You're not talking about I wake up at 4:30 and work until midnight, and then I go to sleep and I get up and keep working.
And
That's
what
not
really
what that's
pisses me off is being a part of this. We get grouped in the whole conversation about it, and you know, it's like it's not like, man, we were born, we were like this. You know, like it's been generations leading up to this. It's been after World War II, the baby boom, where people got a lot of things, you know, and it's like the quality of living before that generation compared to the last one. That generation before World War II was probably like, these kids are spoiled, you know?
Yeah, that's
and
always
it's
like
just
that,
been
yeah.
traveling down and down and down. It's like, I don't mind being a part of this group. I don't mind you calling me that because I'll prove you wrong. But it's like also like take accountability for yourself too. It's like parents have taught these kids and they weren't parents enough to stop their kids.
Yeah.
Like it's a simple no when you're 2 years old and keep that consistency and the kids obey.
Yeah.
You know.
But anyway,
people are quick to blame the millennials, but it's like take ownership for like, you know.
Yeah. Well,
parents.
humans, they everything that they do, they were taught
Exactly.
in some way, either
It's
from
acquired.
a song.
Everything is
It's
acquired.
definitely traveled
in some
down, and
way.
now we're
Yes.
unfortunately grouped into this millennial age.
Yeah.
well, anyway, boys, I think that's it.
Mass genocide.
Got a little rant.
Great
we
show.
saved the rant to the last part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Um,
Had to get one
5:29.
in.
Yeah, we'll see you
No,
guys 5:30.
no, but yeah, another great show today, guys.
We have 5 minutes set for See You Dink.
See ya dinks? No, I'm just kidding. You know,
Just you say that for 5 minutes.
I was
over
about-
and
that's
over
what
and
I
over
was
and
thinking.
over
see
and
ya dink, see ya dink, see ya dink. No, but as always, we want you
We want you intimate.
we want you to implement that basic of the week, which this week is decisiveness. Okay, go out there, make decisions effectively, quickly, and you know,
But not too quickly.
and commit, man.
Think it
commit.
through.
But this is why I think the quickly is important. I couldn't think of it earlier, but it's because like if you get offered an
fermenting
internship
for 2 hours.
and you sit there and you're like, I need to think about it. I got to make an effective decision here.
Oh yeah, there's,
Somebody
it's gonna
else is
pass you
slide
by.
in and
Yeah,
get that.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's
there's
like,
gonna
definitely
pass
a
you
level
by.
where you have to incorporate both.
oh yeah,
That's what I was saying
Incorporate.
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just messing with
there's
you
no
earlier.
there's no way you can say one is better than the other.
Oh yeah,
like they
no.
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, we're going.
I'm sorry, I gotta go to sleep, y'all. I'm dying.
I got to
hungry.
study. I
It's-
can't
I'm ready to go for
sleep.
2 more hours. This pissed me off. I'm hungry.
It's been a great show, and thank you to the YouTube audience for tuning in.
Face name Chili right here,
Guys, just FYI, we record this live on Mondays. I think the way it's going to work, it's going to take me about a week to upload. So around Sunday of like next week, we should see the YouTubes popping off.
the
So
YouTube action.
we'll see you then.
Live
But as
action.
always, we'll be on the Apple Podcast, the SoundCloud, and you can catch us live at ksuradio.com every Monday from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. And on that note, boys and girls, we will see you next week.
Episode 2.
Take it easy, fan. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.